to basically, it's not really a sin to take it.
Right.
So here it is. Now you're faced with this. What are you gonna do? Say, I got my fringes on. Well, what does your fringes tell you to do in that situation as an Israelite? What are you gonna do?
It's just like in Ezekiel 37 where they talk about they got the sinews and the flesh and all this, but there ain't no breath in them.
Right.
You see? That's what I'm saying. So they rather have, well, the Lord set it up to where he was going to give the sincere that breath, that understanding, and then he was going to give everybody else fringes.
Right, and he gives it. And that's the blessing of predestination, which that's the only chance we got of being of the elect, is if our souls were chosen before the Lord created the earth. That's your only hope as an Israelite right now to make it up out of here, is predestination. That puts it in the hands of the Lord, who he's going to wake up, who he's going to put the spirit on, who he's going to deliver. So the elect have the blessing of being predestined to win. and we're putting that up on the elect. Speaking victory over this devil system, man. And we see it coming to pass right before our very eyes, man. And Jake's still playing games.
Day by day, we see more and more. The Lord literally show us something every single day.
Every day. Every day it's becoming clear that what the prophets, starting with our apostles, the bishops, the elders of Great Millstone, been saying, straight up, who really been prophesying, and our affiliates and brothers who teach our true affiliates and the brothers who teach the likewise doctrine and who are sincere. Okay, what those men have been saying is coming to pass. What those men have been saying, us men through the Spirit have been saying, you're seeing it right before your very eyes. Can we get 2nd Ezra 9?
2nd Ezra 9. Where do we start at?
Start at 1 and then we'll read down. We'll jump around.
2nd Ezra 9 and 1, it reads, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
See, the prophets have been measuring the time diligently. How do you measure the time diligently? You measure up what you see happening in the planet Earth with what the prophets of Yahweh Bashar Shah said would be happening. See, that way you're able to dictate the where we are in prophecy. You look at Daniel 7, you say, well, according to this chart, there comes a point where the Lord sends his son back. Where are we according to that chart?
Right.
Of the four beasts and the revival of the fourth. Where are we? Well, pursuant to the Spirit, pursuant to what we see, we got to be at the revival of the fourth beast, which that's where the Lord sets a judgment.
1 Corinthians 2 and 13, it says, which things also we speak not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Spirit teacheth, comparing spiritual things with spiritual. And that's what the brother was saying, that the measure and stick compared to spiritual things. Like you see news coming out about them bringing out this MOTB, and then you see the infrastructure and the laws gearing up to where they're going to make it mandatory. Right. Now you compare that with the most spiritual thing in the world, the scriptures, and that's when you get the full understanding of where you're at.
Right. Right.
You got groups though that act like John did
right.
Nowhere that's mentioned in the scripture.
Right. So John the Revelator saw America. He saw all of this, and the only thing he got out of the image of the beast, white Jesus. That's the breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Then the mark, sins. Well, sin been around since Adam and Eve went off. The MOTB is something specifically tied to end time prophecy, in particular the end of the fourth beast. At the end of the revival of Rome, they will issue forth this mark. So if you're paying attention to the atmosphere here on the earth, this devil is boasting and setting up a digital hub on the planet Earth. He's planning on artificial intelligence governing the new world. And man, in order to live in that new world, eventually you're going to have to put yourself with machine. Well, when John the Revelator wrote Revelation the 13th chapter, you don't think he saw none of this? Well, if you're thinking that, then you're not in the spirit. That's all.
Oh yeah, quick precept. 2nd Ezra 14 and 11. It says, for the world is divided into 12 parts, and the 10 parts of it are gone already, and half of a tenth. So this was all the way during the time when Ezra was prophesying look how much has happened since then. As the elder was talking about, where are we at in that statue? Well, when this was written, it says, for the world was divided into 12 parts and 10 and a half are gone already. We've had World War I, World War II, we're in the midst of World War III, the transatlantic slave trade. All these pivotal points in history have happened since then. So how much closer are we to the truth,
Right.
or to our salvation? I should say.
Right, because the earth is like roughly, what, 14,000 years old?
Right.
You know, since the creation of man, you know, ultimately to where dominions have been set up. You know, there's a lot, you know, according to prophecy, that had to happen before the very end, where the Lord sets his judgment, you know, to establish a righteous government on the planet Earth. Because if you look at the earth, it's a very resourceful vessel. It's a beautiful, you know, thing, but your experience on it has been tied to hell. You haven't been able to enjoy it. So what the Lord intends to do through Yahweh Shai is to set up an environment where the sons of God can have dominion and rule on the planet Earth, man.
Right.
In new bodies. That's what we're fighting for out here. We're not fighting because heaven has always been tied to some niggas floating around in the sky. You know, now that the Israelites are here, now people are heaven's gonna be on earth. That's because y'all, heaven, when you were growing up in Christianity, when you thought of heaven, you thought, all right, you know, walking in the pearly gates, you know what I'm saying? And then ultimately after that, that's it. You know, you float around.
That's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
you was giving the bad rap on heaven.
Yeah, well, heaven was meant to be set up here on earth. And Jake can't imagine anything outside of captivity, so our message is foreign unto them. But we're going to have dominion and rule here.
That's just like the brother brought out that the natural man can't understand these things.
It's John 10:10, it says, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly. So that's what the brother was saying. Like, we don't even get to see the tenth of the animals that Esau gets to see. Niggas like dogs, lions, whatever's in the zoo, and that's it.
Discovery Channel.
Yeah. You don't even get to see it. The fruits that you don't get to try.
Right.
They have Esau got these trips where you're going the entire trip to a private tropical island, and they'll have fruits, all type of places, and they'll just eat for 5 days.
Right.
That nobody gets to touch.
Right. And when the earth is in its proper order, everything continues to create itself after its kind. So there's kinds of plums, there's kinds of dogs, it's all in different breeds, but it's all from that particular seed. See what I'm saying? It starts with the seed. See what I'm saying? But there's so much diversity that can come from that one seed. You know? And the devil has not ran this earth with wisdom. It's clear as day. These devils ain't got it. Okay, even what you see your boy Trump doing, you know, ultimately at the end of the day, even he's gonna lose. But it's beautiful that the Lord put the Edomite in a position of pride right before his fall. It wouldn't have been cool with Kamala in there. It's better with him, you know?
Yeah.
I would rather see E go down in that spirit.
They would expect it to go down when it would come out.
Yeah, come on.
Hey, remember, what movie was that where they had Morgan Freeman? He was the president, and then the end of the world came?
Deep Impact.
Deep Impact. You know what I'm saying? It's like every time they got Jake, that you already know it ain't going to turn out good.
Right.
You know?
Man.
That's why Lotto said, you know, but the black guy doesn't die in this movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Good.
Every time you see Jake in a movie, you know that if Jake make it to the end, that means he probably produced the movie himself.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Jake be dead like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah. Like that movie Monsters of Man.
Yeah.
You know, like the Jake chick, she got, you know, taken out.
Did Harpo die? That's the only nigga that lived, right? Go ahead.
Just to back you up, this is Isaiah 24, beginning at verse 4. It said, the earth mourneth and fadeth away.
Right. When you look at the earth, you know, basically all of the hell that we're catching, the bottom line is that the earth is being mismanaged.
Yeah.
All of your problems that you have, your body being broken down, sick, all of that, it comes into the, ultimately, we weren't meant to suffer on earth. You're not supposed to have allergies.
Yeah.
Man was made to be built up by the earth, be forwarded by the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mucus.
Mucus.
Hey, when you look at the geography of how much oxygen is in the air, we only breathing in like 12% oxygen, according to their tests. And then even in your home, because you got gas stove, you got gas furnace, you got gas water heater. That's constant burning fuel in your home, and you breathing it in. So we're being bombarded by lack of oxygen.
Wearing out the saints.
Yeah.
And that's why they banned that treatment associated with oxygen therapy.
Yeah.
It's illegal because he's the devil. Because the more oxygen, the more life.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So we're at a disadvantage under this devil's rule because the earth is mourning. So if that's one thing you haven't learned as an Israelite, as a judgment, the Lord showed us the earth being ran on the left-hand side. We had to feel it. That was a part of our judgment. We had to taste it. How could we be able to rule it in the kingdom to come if we didn't see it in its absolute worst? So the Lord made it to where we're going to appreciate it when we get in the kingdom, because I want to enjoy the earth.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be fruitful and multiply. I want to see what that feel like.
Hey, like you, I remember you doing videos on this. I don't know how many times. I remember you said that the reason why we get so angry in the condition of the earth because we help create it.
We help create it, right?
You know?
John, the first chapter.
Yep.
Sir.
Now, if you remember, Apostle, this was like 25 years ago, we did videos on this. We went all into this.
First fruits.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you had scoffers back then that was coming against us. It was like 20, 25 years ago.
Right.
Okay? And we were doing videos on this. St. John, the first chapter.
Yeah.
Y'all know the scriptures, right?
Yep.
Well, do y'all know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope y'all do.
Yeah. Because if you don't understand that aspect of the scriptures, you got to understand from the beginning, the Most High introduced His Son. He introduced His order, His government.
Somebody get out.
You know what I'm saying? Even when you read in the beginning, the Elohim, it was all about that body, the authority that the Most High set up to create this earth and to actually rule and have dominion on earth.
Absolutely.
And run it in its perfection.
Well, Elder Yeshua about Baba Kushah. Please, Baba Kushah,
Yeah.
go into that.
Yeah.
Get all the precepts.
Yeah.
Because you got to explain to brothers.
Right. Well, let's get Genesis, the first chapter.
Remember the scripture, the angels that kept not their first
First
estate?
estate, right.
Well, you got it, Elder. You go into it.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Because when you under somebody real quick too, let's get Ephesians, the first chapter, chosen from the foundation of the earth, because you have to ingest what that means. A lot of people, you just read the scripture, it's like, yeah, the scripture.
Yeah.
Listen to what this means. Listen to what this is saying. As you get into the aspect of predestination, the elect, the first fruits, right? Go ahead. Yep, go ahead.
Ephesians 1 and 4, it says, according as he had chosen.
Start at the verse before that.
Ephesians 1 and 3. It says, blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, who hath blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places in Yahushua HaMashiach.
Right, the elect have the blessing of being chosen in heavenly places. That's their original birth. You see, the Lord chose the elect from the very beginning. There's particular spirits, and those spirits are here in the earth.
And that's what the Lord said to the 70. Don't rejoice that the spirits, the demons are subject to you, but rejoice that your names are written in heaven.
Right. That's where the real victory is.
That's it.
And that's something you can't give yourself. That comes only by the Lord having favor on you and choosing you.
That's it.
You know, like if we walk up to the club and it's $300, it's $500 to get in, and you got a rich homie, there's only certain people. He gonna be like, you, I got you. If you're not a part of that, you just didn't get in that night, because you wasn't paying no goddamn $500.
Nah, hell no, trash.
And that's Yahweh Shah. He covers the bill for the elect, man.
Oh, how did he cover the bill?
Through his blood. Through his blood. Once that blood was shed, it was finished. Once that was fulfilled, which we believe through faith that it happened.
That's right.
Right? Death, burial, resurrection. But once that blood was shed, that meant that the sins of those who were predestined was covered. That had to happen in order for that seed to eventually be justified back to the Heavenly Father, to go back to that first estate.
Did not say in the scriptures, he shall surely bear the cross.
Yes.
So that's why we catching hell.
Yep.
So that's why, brothers, we going through infirmities, whatever it might be. That's the cross of Yahweh Shai.
Yeah. Yep.
And if you like,
He said you can't be my disciple unless you bear your cross.
yeah,
It's like Sirach 2. It tells you if you come to serve the Lord, prepare yourself for temptation.
Right.
But then when you read further down, it tells you you better not get weak either.
Right. Now
You
watch
know?
this real quick. This is Revelation 13:8. It says, and all that dwell on the earth shall worship him, worship Esau, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. So the Lord had already had that predestined. It was already written from the foundation of the world that this was going to have to happen. See, so he, when he was born, he had to fulfill that.
Yeah. And he knew that.
And he knew that,
Hey,
and we
remember-
believe that it happened. Go ahead.
Proverbs 8 chapter.
Yeah.
He said, I was daily his delight.
Yeah,
So Yahushua already knew.
yeah,
And that's why he prayed, because when he was in the spirit world,
Right.
you anything the Most High said, you with it.
right.
When he came here, when the hour came, the flesh
The flesh
got
kicked
the
in.
best of him.
Yeah,
But he still didn't falter.
even Yahweh Shai.
yeah.
He still, I'm sorry, Pastor.
No, Yahweh Shai himself.
Yeah.
He was in the Garden of Gethsemane, man.
Yeah.
That's the Messiah.
Sorry.
The
But
second
he-
spirit.
But
He had a moment.
He had a moment, man. Like, Lord, if it could be that you would take this off me,
Yeah.
bro. That Apostle Gabbard said for years,
Right.
the flesh is a demon, man. It's a demon.
Yep.
You understand? Even us, man. Like, okay, some of us are rough work, but like we do have a fear of death.
We need the Lord.
Come on,
We need mercy.
yeah, man. Yeah, come
And that's the
on.
importance of predestination.
Yeah.
You know?
Because hey, no matter what you go through, if you're a part of the elect,
You're good.
it doesn't matter how much fear you have inside, doesn't matter how weak you feel you are, you're gonna do something to make it through.
Even
Yeah.
if you pass away.
Yeah.
Even if you go back to the spirit,
Yeah.
you go raise first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the scriptures say, blessed is he whom the Lord imputeth not sin.
There you go. And the spirit is no God.
Yep. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
that's one, but like y'all see me, man. And brothers, and I don't give a fuck. I say it here on camera, man. Like our elders that taught us
Right.
that you brothers are learning from us. And I say this for a reason. Like what you brothers, all you brothers in Great Millstone, and I know when I'm saying this to the camera, I'm not even talking, I'm talking to y'all, but I'm talking to the camera because I know we got brothers on the camera, right? Let's say if all of us pass away. When I say us, the apostles, myself, the apostle Tahag, but let's say we just, what if the Lord deemed that? What y'all gonna do?
Keep working.
This whole thing gonna fall apart?
Hell no.
Absolutely not.
So we're going to leave. We're going to do what we got to do.
Right,
Things that you agree.
right? You understand? And you brothers on the camera, so that's what we had to do. Like brother, the great men that we learned from back in the temple, up in New York City, and one like most of them back in the spirit world. Some of them, but like we had to keep going. What does it say in the scriptures? But he that endureth unto the end, the very same shall be saved.
Yes, sir.
You
Fully
understand?
persuaded.
Well, so what you said?
No,
D-Man?
let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind.
Yep. Hey, can we get that Ephesians?
Let's get it.
Yep.
No,
Back in
it's,
Ephesians, chapter 1, verse 4. According as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world.
Now internalize that.
Yeah.
Read it again.
Ephesians 1 and 4. According as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love.
So wait a minute. So there's a group, all right, headed by the men of the Lord, right? That has been to this particular souls that were chosen to win.
Right.
Before they would be the prophets. Yeah, before.
I'm gonna hang mine on.
What did the Lord tell Jeremiah? Before I formed thee, go ahead.
Jeremiah 1 and 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
Right.
And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee,
Right.
and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
So it's no way to lose, basically.
Yeah, there's no way to lose. So that Colossians 1. So before the elect were chosen before the foundation of the earth. So when you deal with the first fruits, when you deal with the Alahayim, when you deal with what Yahweh Shai represents, what he's at the forefront of, okay, the presence of Yahweh Shai, which is the Most High, he's going to set authority on earth through his Son.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's the foundation.
That's the foundation.
Hey,
And
it
a lot
says
of people-
the lot is Yahweh Shai, and then the elect.
Right, right. Because a lot of people are of the opinion, a lot of Israelites, they think it's just the Most High and they can just get, no, you need a mediator.
Yeah.
Okay? Israel always had a mediator. Even at the time of the priesthood, what were the high priests? They
Yeah.
were mediators.
Yeah.
You couldn't just go straight to walk in the temple, I'm going to go to the Holy of Holies.
You
No.
got smoke.
No.
Even the high priestess couldn't walk up in there.
Right.
He had to wear bells, you know, to make sure that I hear you when
Right.
you're coming, or I'll take you out.
Remember the dude that, like, when the Ark of the Covenant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was an Ephraimite,
Judah.
right?
I think it's
Judah.
Judah.
He was a Judite, but he wasn't a Levite.
Okay.
In other words, I forget. I gotta go back and read the account.
No, the Levites were moving,
Yeah.
and then it shifted, and it looked like the ark was gonna fall,
Yeah.
and he just all he did was just held it up just so it don't fall.
He dropped dead.
Yeah,
Bam.
God did.
Most High wasn't playing.
Yeah. David was depressed for a minute after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
No,
like,
he
oh,
didn't want it around
He
him.
didn't want him. He was like, shit.
He didn't want the ark around him. Yeah.
See?
He's on the blessings.
So the Lord's serious, man.
Yeah.
So you got all these guys playing around, man. This is why I be doing videos. Like, Lord willing, man, like, you know, through the grace of the Lord, you know, maybe a lot of brothers are not just be talking shit. I'm the shit talking prophet. I'm not just talking shit, bro. I might have a different style.
Right.
And I come rough and I come, but I'm about business, man.
Right.
I'm about business, man. When the Spirit of the Lord is working, it's working on brothers, man. You know what I mean? Like when I be saying things, the Lord ain't playing, man. Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai is coming to mop up.
Right.
We in that time. See all this ignorance, that right there, all this
That's it.
insolence, all this insolence
Yeah.
is silenced.
Right.
And y'all can see it.
Right.
Why? Through the prophecies.
Right.
I might come a little rougher in my delivery, but I don't give a fuck. You know, it's through the grace of Yahweh Bashim, bro.
Well, you rather that than the Lord Himself come and deal with you.
Yeah, because we're seeing the visions of the prophets.
Yeah.
We're seeing the
Playing
judgments. We're seeing the left hand come. We're seeing coming down with great wrath. The Satan is coming. The children of Satan, the Edomites, are coming down with great wrath.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
because
in it.
Revelations, did somebody get Revelations 12?
If possible, I may say this, because now check it out. The situation with the immigrants, right?
Right.
It's supposed to be against so-called South Americans, Mexico,
Right.
Latin tribes. Why they going that gap? You know, because at the end of the day, they trying to round all the Israelites up.
Right, because you got migrants from Ukraine over here. You got
China.
migrants from Africa, China, India,
Yeah.
that are all over here. But the focus of a migrant is centered around
Israel.
the Northern Kingdom and Levi.
We've been saying that for the longest time.
Yeah.
Which, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Them niggas need to be fucking deported.
A lot of
If
them.
y'all really want me to be honest with y'all, I'm with. I'm with Trump. Get them motherfuckers out of here. Fuck them.
A lot of them coming over here to be judged.
To be judged. Right? But anyways, what I'm saying, we've been, oh my, wow. For us, man, myself, the apostles, we've been talking about this shit for 30 years. Over 30. It's all the bishops. It's coming to fruition. So we're actually seeing the Lord really
Be working.
We thought this was gonna happen in 2000.
Yeah.
Man, y'all didn't even know, man. We was hoping the Lord was gonna do something, but then of course, where would you brothers be?
Right. It would have been destroyed.
Where would y'all be?
And
Brother,
the
that,
Lord said, when this word be preached to the four corners, then shall it end.
Then show the income.
but you know what, man? To water Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. We were hurt, but that's what we just had to deal with it, brother.
Yeah.
Remember that night at the school in
Oh, yeah.
2000?
Yep.
When we was at that, well, explain to them,
A couple
man.
of, like, about a week before that.
Said,
Pastor sent Malak to the school.
God, the elder Malak, he's
He's
in the
the one
spirit.
that told us that, you know, we're going to and come and be at the child.
We didn't want to hear that
Oh,
shit,
he
bro.
said it. Oh, Apostle said that.
Well, he sent the Malak, Brother Malak down
To tell y'all.
Yeah.
So how did he say? What did he say? He was like,
I forgot. He said, "Yeah, brother."
Look, brothers, I talked to the apostle, but that was apostle to her, and they ain't gonna come in wheels.
He said,
Apostle knew it wasn't coming.
Yeah.
Because there was too much still that had to be done. I mean, it was a hopeful, you know, we wanted the end to come, but really, when you look at it scripturally, the Lord's not a man that he should lie.
Right.
You know, the MOTB. As a matter of fact, the whole system of the internet really wasn't fully.
There was no internet,
No?
man.
Right.
There was no
It was
internet
just now
yet.
getting
It was just getting
to what it
started.
needed to be
Yeah.
for the word to spread.
Exactly.
We had a website.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it was a
computer.
start at the beginning stages.
Yep.
Yeah, we had the website.
Yep.
We had the website and shit. And that website on 9/11, that shit crashed,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yep.
That shit crashed.
There was so many people on there.
Oh, people were looking for
Asking
y'all at that
questions,
point.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what's going on after nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
We
think
were
it was
getting
like
calls.
Well, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen in these times. Before the Edomite gets us off the street, which is going technically the Lord,
Yeah.
the famine of the word. Before that, there's going to be a lot of people coming to these camps with gifts, and I've been listening dudes from other camps that, you know, kind of watching and is scared to say something. Window shop, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them going to be coming to the camp or coming because ultimately they're going to see that their leadership was a goddamn bunch of bozos, man.
Yeah, and the Lord gonna turn that hell up.
Yeah.
That hell, the fire, what if fire if it be not already sent?
Right.
That fire is already sent in the earth. It's not by nukes, but that spiritual heat is gonna start turning up, man. Jake gonna start feeling it, man.
Can we get that gray wrap?
Fanners.
Yep.
Fanners.
Yeah.
Revelation 12:12, it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them."
Right,
Yep.
the elect. All right, and ultimately, the angels in the heavens. All right, the Lord allows them that they have guide over the souls of the elect, particular angels. Okay, and ultimately we have the new song and we're singing. Okay, and the elect are rejoicing in these times, man, because we see everything that was foretold come to pass. That's a form of spiritual power.
Rejoicing.
To be able to see it and actually take joy in it, that's a form of spiritual power that we receive through the comfort of the Holy Spirit. So at the very end, the enemy will be operating in a very, very diabolical manner. And we're seeing it every day since January started, even Christmas Eve. From Christmas Eve till now, every week is something. Every day.
Just hit the mall today in Philly.
A plane just hit the mall.
A plane?
Just hit the mall, yeah.
And then y'all saw it, bro. I did videos on it.
Yeah.
The Black Hawk,
Yeah.
Black Hawk down.
Yeah. That heat.
That was
Hit
probably
the
like-
American Airlines. That's why I don't like to fly.
Right. Yeah.
But that shit was all set up,
Right. There was
bro.
probably a
Absolutely.
bomb on there.
There's
Probably
no
some-
way in the world. The elder, your call said there was somebody on that American Airlines flight they wanted dead.
They wanted them out of there.
And that could have been a drone, because they ain't mentioning nothing, brother. I stay on top of everything. Like, what about them soldiers on the Black Hawk?
Right.
Yeah. Where
They're
they
not
at?
mentioning them.
What's their
Well,
names?
They're saying now that what just came out before that crash was that they could pilot Black Hawk helicopters
Yeah,
with Nolan
man.
men.
Yeah.
So they sent that Black Hawk to smash that.
Smash that thing.
You called it, elder, you called over there. He's over there, probably the other camp.
Yep.
There's some people on that plane that they wanted dead.
Right.
Man,
And
Black
the
Hawk's got all
agenda-
kind of sensors on.
Yep,
it.
and if you look at the agenda Trump is trying to administer through that, it's AI, setting up AI systems to govern and operate the airplane and navigate. That's what he's talking about. All right, basically these incompetent, low-hanging fruit got these jobs. That's what he's basically saying, because he immediately tied the person on the plane to a nigga. He didn't vet it out. He just this is one of those DEI low-hanging fruit niggas.
The pilot?
Huh?
The pilot on the plane.
Well, that's what Trump. He just threw that out there because basically they're basically on some shit like low-hanging fruit in position
Bottom
and
feeders.
through the left hand. Because what did the Biden administration do? They included freaks, weirdos, disabled people in positions that they shouldn't be in.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Trump is saying basically this is ruining our and we need the highest functioning.
But he's
human
right.
being. Right, but he's right.
Like that idiocracy.
Right.
Big Shirley,
Right.
Keisha, Pookie, Ray Ray. Look, So
Right,
I
they
did
shouldn't be at the forefront of any business. They shouldn't be
I
security.
did a video.
Yeah.
Listen, driving school buses.
Yeah.
But you know what? I actually agree with this devil's policies.
Yeah, that's a, you know.
I really do. I agree
Right.
with his shit.
Right, but see, the aim he's coming with is
To-
Jake.
But
He
we
said-
included in that.
See, Jake has been included in that woke shit.
I get it.
You see what I'm saying?
Us too.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though we have nothing to do with that woke,
Right.
liberal shit.
Right.
I did videos on this. This is what I've been talking about. Them executive orders that he been signing,
Yeah.
there were 200, but I know there's more than that.
Yeah.
But brother, we known this. The apostle said, we've been saying this back in the night. They're gonna make us into terrorists.
Yes.
You dig? And they're gonna roll on everybody.
Yeah, that's the notion.
That's why this motherfucker is Nero.
That's him.
Oh, yeah.
He gonna burn Rome and say the Jews to depart from Rome.
Yep. He may be Andrew Jackson too.
Oh, I believe that's him.
Yep.
I believe that's him,
He
brother.
had something to do with coming against the
Trail of
about
Tears.
Cutting taxes. He did something with that.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah.
No, he got rid of the central bank.
Yeah, there you go.
The second central bank.
Yeah. He
That's-
was
Said,
he was
you
putting
are den
tariffs.
of vipers, and by God, I'll rout you out.
Yeah.
He was but really he working with the bankers.
Right.
Because if he wasn't, he wouldn't have got the election.
When they got the election.
He wouldn't have got that. They want him in there.
So that might, because he hated the Northern King. It was called the Indian Killer.
Yeah, that's the bastard that
This
put
could be Trump. That could be the same spirit.
brother. That's the same dude.
Yeah.
I believe in the spirit.
Yeah.
And the Trail of Tears, I had relatives. Well, it's elder know. I had relatives on the trail. When I say relatives, ancestors.
Right.
Well, relatives, my people. Tayoshpe, Wayate. My relatives are on the Trail of Tears. Like you dig? So Northern Kingdom and you know, he got it. But I'm gonna say this. What the poor, unfortunate Southern Kingdom don't realize, catch that? We did the video at the camp house the other night. He did another, Trump, he did a speech. He said these niggas like Pookie, Ray, Keisha, he gonna kick them too.
Oh yeah.
He said, you niggas, you all these convicted felons and you
Yeah,
criminal
only-
niggas, I'm gonna deport y'all
Yeah,
too.
he basically he's setting up a system so we can deport him. Setting up a system where he's making a deal where it's gonna be camps set up to cut people off. All right, based upon and treason is coming. They're gonna say those who are committing treason and speaking against their enterprise. Period.
Same thing as the Roman Empire.
There you
Like
go.
the Apostle John was on the island of Patmos with sedition.
Right.
You know?
Come
Yep.
So it's the same deal.
It's the same deal.
on.
Yep. Antipas, he was martyred.
He was martyred.
You know.
Yeah, Coxswain say that too. He said we need to persecute people who speak against
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
MOTV system.
We need a meaner society. That's why they want to catch up with China. People hear that, oh yeah, we got to catch up with China. Well, have you ever looked at the environment in China, you dummy? You are surveilled. And you ain't speaking, ain't no GMS China. You ain't in China talking about fuck the government, you know, there's a new world order. You would get
Disappeared. Yeah.
Niggas can't see past
Right.
orange chicken.
Well, look at that black woman that went over to Dubai
Yeah.
and started acting up. See,
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
understand this is an American. All this freedoms
Yeah.
freedom to be a demon that was set up. But now Esau's starting to close it up.
Yeah, he's getting ready to shut it down and basically
Shot.
he's coming as an emperor. He's setting up a republic. A republic establishes order. A democracy it plays on the emotions of the people. It's by the rule of what the people want. So laws are passed on the interest of the majority of the people, and they made you to think that the LGBT was the majority, and that we need to make agendas based upon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it really,
It's a snare.
yeah.
They are a real small percentage of the population. It's
But the
not
thing
like
is, once they pass certain legislation,
Yep.
it's going to affect everybody else.
right,
Yeah.
right.
And that's what Esau does with a
Right.
broad stroke. Like that whole civil rights movement,
Yep.
they use Jake in the forefront, get their ass
Yep,
kicked, but
yep.
now everybody else benefits from it.
Everybody
Yeah,
benefits.
which Martin Luther, Lucifer King
Right.
was Apostle Gabar said this years ago.
Yep.
You can thank Martin Lucifer King for that. So
Yep.
fuck him.
Well, he told you before he died, I've led my people to a burning house. And see, this is where Jake is headed to now, being tied up in Black Lives Matter, being tied up in all of these woke agendas. Because they've included your race to the alphabet agenda is now tied to black
Yeah, the
people.
alphabet people.
It goes
Yeah.
the Libiquita people, the Libiquita community.
No,
They're
but
all
these niggas, but these niggas embrace it. And you could thank it. You could thank Big Shirley.
Right.
You could thank Keisha. You could thank, yeah. But you know, but it all goes like Apostle Cabal said. It'll go back to Esau. It all goes back to Esau.
right. He's the problem, and Esau is going back to that. He's tired of playing games with you niggas. He's tired of hiding that he's better than you. He's tired of the woke shit, pity pat with Jake, having to sit there and watch you march and cry about George. He's tired of it.
They tired. These
He's
white people are
These
tired.
Edomites, they're worn out. They're broke.
Yeah.
They're stressed out
These
because
niggas
America's
getting food
falling.
stamps,
Right.
and they getting Section 8. These black women,
Right.
just acting crazy,
Right.
right?
They're tired of that.
The cops, they get rolled up by the cops, and they act. I watch the videos on YouTube every day. I do videos on it, right? So it's like the Frankenstein monster. You brothers are familiar with Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Dr. Frankenstein was sick in the head.
Yeah.
He actually went to the graveyards and actually pulled up dead bodies and sewed different body parts together and used the electricity to reanimate a corpse.
Right.
And in every Frankenstein movie that you watch, I've been watching these movies since I was a little kid. In every Frankenstein movie, the monster, the Frankenstein monster, always turns on Dr. Frankenstein.
Right.
So that's where we at right
That's
now.
where we at.
So you see these niggas,
Yeah.
right? They're nothing but Frankenstein monsters. That's all they are. They get pulled over by the cops, especially Big Shirley.
Right.
These overweight, fat black women, and then they're the ones creating these little Pookies and Ray Rays with the dreadlocks,
Yep.
going crazy, shooting each other, killing, right?
And Trump is
And it-
basically slugging.
No. Trump,
Yeah.
what these niggas don't get,
Yeah.
they talking about the immigrants, right?
Yeah.
They don't know that they are part of them
They're
executive
part of
orders.
that. Yeah, basically Esau is saying what's draining our economy. So that's why he froze. A lot of people were bugging out, oh, the food stamps are done away with. No, he froze everything going out to say, where is this money going?
Right.
So, and they found out, damn, we're sending $50 million to Afghanistan for condoms, for population control. He's the devil, man.
He's the devil.
Condoms. Well, why are you in the Middle East, or so-called Middle East, or in the East, promoting? Why do you got to put 50? That could go into our pockets. On some level, your very citizens, the working class, could benefit from this money. So Trump said, you know what? Stop all of this shit going on. Let's see where it's going, and we're cutting these particular things, and eventually. Who do they always point the finger at when it comes to who's draining the system? It's the people under the tribes. Although he's sending trillions of dollars to Ukraine and Israel. That's not welfare?
Yeah.
Because when it comes to your mind, who's a welfare baby,
Yeah.
it's always Jake.
Yeah.
Although there's a lot more Edomites on welfare than Jake when you really go into it. But the true welfare baby is those small hats.
Oh, yeah.
That's who you send billions in aid to these people. Sometime in months they'll send billion. All this money just pops up out of nowhere when it comes time to help them destroy, plunder, and rape, rob, and murder, man.
You're this devil. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start getting on the white man's ass.
Yes.
But you know,
Yeah, he ain't right.
you fucking man. That's why Apostle Cabal said everything go back to this.
Yep, and it's really these people. See, really
Yeah,
you.
Apostle Cabal, I'm imitating you, brother.
Yep. Hey, you regular so-called white people. We're not really talking about the regular so-called white
Hey,
people.
brother, whose
It's
camera is
these
this?
people. It's these people, man. This is who ultimately. What happened?
No power. No
Whose
power.
camera is this? Okay, calm.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
something's going on
I
there.
might need a battery too.
Oh, yeah.
I got the battery, but I need a cord. But this is who we talking to right here.
I keep an eye on these
These are the
cameras,
people
man.
who have dominion and control.
I don't have
All right,
one.
in the earth,
I
the
did.
ones who can control the quality of the air, who can control the
You're right,
quality
man.
of the water.
Cut.
Okay, and they have used the earth. They
They're
have
the
hoarded
pigs of
all
the
of the
world.
earth resources to
Yes,
themselves,
Wamba.
and they've absolutely destroyed you. Okay, it's these people. And now they want to take it even further by saying you got to have a chip in you in order to function on the earth. That's what these people are planning for you people.
I got something for you.
Yep.
This is Ecclesiasticus 10:2. As the judge of the people is himself,
Right.
so are his officers.
Right.
And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Make sure it's good.
You could read that one throughout the finish. An unwise king destroyeth his people.
Right. You're unwise. You poison. Damn. You need the people to work for you. You're gonna poison them. Wouldn't you want the people who work for you and who to be healthy?
God.
He destroys his own slaves. Like, damn, you got them in captivity. Now you feeding them fake food and toxins. And, so an unwise
Gangsta
judge,
rap.
even when he's teaching people in everyday school system,
Yeah,
it works
man.
against him.
Yeah, man.
He teaches pseudoscience.
It's devil.
So from a child up, you're at a disadvantage as a human being. Period.
Period.
Being born in the system of white supremacy.
Yep.
Yeah.
It says, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Right. Right.
And that's why it says, when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
right. Right.
So it's just like, I mean, if you're being honest with yourself and you really ask the question, is the state of the people of the world
Right.
rejoicing or are they mourning? And if you say that they're rejoicing, you bug the fuck out.
You don't watch the news, nigga.
This is not living.
Nah.
We're living in an environment of complete death.
Look at them devils.
You know, and there's a reason for that. It goes into how the earth is being managed. You see, they got people going back and forth about Democrat, Republic. At the end of the day, the people who really you should have an eye on are these people, the bankers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Watch what they're doing. Jake ain't watching the World Economic Forum. That's what you need to be listening to, because that's where the world is going.
Yeah. Because the world is run by the corporation.
Right.
That's why it says in America, there's no more countries.
Right.
Everything is a corporation.
Right.
And that's why, the big businesses are really what's running the government, because they're funding the people in the government to pass legislation.
Right.
Them.
Right. Like these lobbyists. These presidents are put in office technically by these lobbyists. The ones who have the most money, and the majority of the lobbyists are pro-Israel. It's all about forwarding the agenda of the small hats.
Yep.
Which that's these people. These are so-called Jews, Amalekites. Okay, which would be at the forefront of the blessing given to the Edomites. It would be the tribe of Amalek. And you see, the regular so-called white American are even against these people right now, right? Because the regular so-called white man has been robbed of his American pie.
Yeah.
Now, so-called white people have worse jobs than us. We brothers got better jobs. The white people are struggling in their own so-called inheritance, and they've come to the conclusion through watching right-wing media, Alex Jones, that it's the bankers.
Yeah.
Right?
That's why when they use slavery,
Right.
to pass the 13th Amendment,
Right.
but that 13th Amendment backfired on the rest
Right.
of the American public,
Right.
because then the 14th Amendment comes in,
Right.
and now you have you can't have slavery
Right.
or involuntary servitude, but now everyone is a slave
All of y'all
through
are
contract,
employees.
right? Because you have a contract, you have an employee and employer relation. That's nothing more than master and servant relation.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So everybody's a goddamn slave.
Everybody's a slave. Everybody. And now, in hardcore slavery, the slave master had to house and feed his slaves.
Yep.
Now, under economic slavery, the slave has to house and feed himself.
That's it.
So what are you in servitude to? Working for these corporations, building up their legacy. You're in servitude to that, and if you don't want to do it, there's somebody else that's going to do it. Because you need money to pay bills. You need to keep up in this system.
Somebody get
You need to pay rent.
28.
You know what I'm saying? So you're in servitude to having a job.
Well, what they teach you, what they indoctrinate you with, is to get to the middle class. The idea is to get to the middle class. How do you get to the middle class? You go to school, you make good grades, you obey, you do what you're told. Okay, you get a degree, you get an entry level job, you work your way up through that job and be promoted, and then you can finally start to earn a salary. Now, when you think about this process, This process starts from the time that you're in kindergarten.
Yep.
So this is a 24-year long process that you're going through. Okay? By the time you finish college, you're laden in debt.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Unless your parents or your grandparents have paid for all your schooling, which that's only for the top 5%. Most people are taking on government student loans, right?
Even people who get scholarships.
Right.
I had a scholarship, and once I saw that the loan money was available, I was like, oh shit, did I get the money? But they didn't tell you.
Military, right?
You got to pay this. You didn't know that. You were just getting refund checks.
Oh, but in the military, if you join the service, the military, they got you too.
Yeah, but
for
hey,
sure.
but they fucked me over the first time. When I was in the military, I went for my GI Bill. They didn't let me get it. They made me take out a loan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make you, and then they make you jump through bureaucratic hoops to get certain benefits. So 10 years later, you've taken out loans just to get through the hoops.
Yeah.
To pay the lawyers to
Yeah,
to
the
get
devil-
what you need.
you
know?
go here,
then
he
you
got
get
you.
married.
You go there, he got you.
Yeah.
And they want. Remember, that's been over back in the 1800s. Shit, really 200, 300 years. They'll tell Jake, the tribes, to join the army, fight for us, and we're going. And they always renege on their treaties.
Yeah.
They have always reneged on their treaties, man.
Yep.
They have not kept a treaty with none of our people, man. So everything y'all talking about right now, man, the white man broke his treaties. He told Judah, right? Abraham Lincoln said this. He told you so-called Negroes, the Southern Kingdom, oh, well, I'm gonna let y'all go from slavery, 40 acres and a mule.
Yeah.
Did the white man keep that treaty
No.
with Judah and Benjamin or Levi, the Southern, right?
Yeah.
He didn't keep that treaty.
Yeah.
So,
And that would have transformed our nation.
Yeah.
con.
That land, and then you can, it's justified being fruitful and multiply when you got land.
Yep.
It's hard in an apartment, but when you got land, being fruitful and multiplying makes sense.
With a mule,
Yeah, with a
you
mule.
could, with a mule, you could, like, if you're from us brothers that's from the country, you know, I lived in the city, but I'm originally from the country, man. I know what it's like to be out, you know, in the middle of nowhere, and the mule, you can set the seeds in the ground and have a garden, and you can hunt, you can fish. He didn't want that. But even the Negroes didn't get that shit.
Makes you self-sufficient. And then just imagine connecting with 100 other families, your 40-acre plots into a 4,000-acre plantation and ranch.
But you know what that is.
It's a problem.
You know what that is. That it was put into law through the case that was decided through
Dred Scott.
Dred Scott.
Y'all know about Dred Scott, right?
Right, absolutely.
I know you educated brothers know about that.
They just killed that whole shit. You know, okay, you trying to get your 40 acres and 2 mules? It's dead right here in this case.
Yeah.
That's just what they call a stare decisis, case. You stand upon that which has already been decided.
And then it was, I'm sorry, my slack here. It was I'm a historian, man. The Democratic Party, but they're all devils.
They're the devil, yeah.
Okay, they're all fucking devils. The Democratic Party, which niggas, but prior to that, niggas were Republican. It was the Republican Party that freed the slaves. But fuck them, they're the devil too.
Right.
But I'm just making a point.
just
Rock
the
with
truth.
me. They freed the niggas, man. But then the thing was,
They enslaved them in another
the
way.
They made you
Democratic
enslaved
Party
to
is
the
what started the KKK. And niggas were really Republican up until the 60s when John F. Kennedy got in there. Which he got off out here. Right up the street, right? Yeah, that shit echoing, right? Whatever, they got him, right? But anyways, it's all a game. It goes by, we used to be in these apostle brothers. Ordo ab chaos. Order through chaos. The elites, the Rothschilds, and I'm gonna say y'all name. The Rockefellers, the Illuministic families. This goes back, they've been planning this shit for hundreds of years, bro. Y'all know that? Y'all know that, right? Did we teach y'all that?
Yes, sir.
No, did we? Because we used to be into this shit real heavy back in the 90s, man. You know, so y'all know, right?
Yeah.
So y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. Okay, so, but it's beautiful. It's the scriptures, but it go back to the scriptures. What's that in Psalms? Hide me from the secret counsel, from the incredulity of the work. That's right, Psalm 64. From the workers of iniquity.
Right. Yeah, because they work in iniquity.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the elite are doing, and they're putting all of these crazy situations before you, to where you looking in the sky. Oh, the drone. You're looking at Diddy. You looking here. You looking there. Fire. Like damn.
Yeah, man.
All of these. He's ultimately creating a scenario of order out of chaos.
Smoke is a smoke screen,
Smoke screen.
to hide the real things
Right.
that they're really doing behind
Right.
the scenes.
Because even what happened in 2020, what really happened from the time that COVID situation came to now is that the middle class was pretty much drained out.
Wiped out, yeah.
And the rich got richer and hoarded more to themselves,
Yeah.
and the poor got poor.
That's it.
Well, that's
they
what
want
they did.
want pretty much the super rich
Yeah.
and super poor.
And they forced it because if you had a business, you're a single, you're a business owner. Well, they shut things down. If you wasn't cash liquid, you couldn't afford to continuously pay rent, employees, this and that, without bringing in profit, while these mega corporations could.
Yeah.
So then what happened after that of these homeowners and these business owners that couldn't make these payments? Well, they came and got bought out. And so this was
That's what these devils do.
and they came and just swallowed up a huge part of the market,
Yeah.
right? And so now they're gonna make they're making a move on all that new real estate that they got.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But that's why they destroyed San Francisco. San Francisco from way back in 2017 when we was out there. They was destroying it back then.
Right.
So then that 2020 that just brought a whole new level to it. And these corporations, the thing that they do is they make sure that they get to a place, run it down to where it loses value, and they buy it up dirt cheap, then they build it up, and then everybody else got to move out.
Right.
And pretty much it's the 15-minute city.
Yep.
You got it, bro.
They sealed the deal too with the housing situation because the BlackRock came in and bought the houses and doubled the closing price.
Yeah.
So then anybody else who wanted to get a house afterwards and capitalize on people's foreclosures, they couldn't because BlackRock was buying them all up.
Yeah, yeah.
So now the housing market is to the point where nobody can afford it because they inflated all the prices.
Yeah, that's the top corporation.
Right.
That overall corporation.
Right.
Like
You
it
got BlackRock, Vanguard, then you got what's the other one? Something Street. Get the other one.
Merrill
Those-
Street.
what's that?
Merrill Street.
No, not Merrill Street. It's another one. Let's see, BlackRock, and you had Vanguard, and then you had State Street. State Street is those, but then even BlackRock owns a good portion of State Street.
Well, they're all silent owners within themselves.
Yeah.
So you have silent owners that are of the Rockefeller, of the Rothschild family, that own all of those different companies. That's why when you look at the moves of these nations, just like you was talking about earlier, you're not looking at a political move. You're looking at actually a corporate move that's being dictated to a nation. That's why they had that Agenda 2025 with Trump. And people was like, "Oh, you just following this agenda," and he's like, "No, I'm not." But now when you watch it, it's like, "Nigga, yes, you are."
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he was against CBDCs, he was
Right.
against this, he was against that. Now it's like no, everybody forgot about in his first term what he was against. Now he's for the things he was against.
Well, he's against CBDCs, but how they trick you is, we're not going to do a CBDC.
Right.
We're going to do a stable coin.
But same
We're going to
shit.
do a stable coin, and when you understand stable coins, it's still programmable money with what's called oracles and all this nerdy stuff that I'll do it on the algorithm if you want to learn. But
So see me over there.
yeah.
Plug in.
It's crazy with empires, currencies always changed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Currency is they're getting ready to change currency again.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we're going digital, man. We're going digital.
It's gonna go on that chip.
Well, every time the currency changes, it brings in a new world order.
A new world. Yeah.
Because remember when you had I forgot, it was a Dutch something started with a G, I believe. That was a new world order at the time. Then the British power.
Oh, with Hitler. With Hitler.
No,
the Deutsch.
The Deutsche Mark, yeah, but then before that, it was another one before that.
yeah.
But then when the British pound came in, that started the new world order. And then in 1944, 1945, when the Bretton Woods Agreement happened, then you had the dollar, the U.S. dollar took over the currency of the world. That became a new world order.
Yeah.
So now we're going into the digital age,
Yeah.
and that's going to be the new world order.
That's
Yep.
it.
You know,
That's it.
the NW.
Well, they have now they have the technology, they have the science, they have the backing, they have the money,
Yeah.
they have the means to do the things that all ancient emperors wanted to do.
Because
To
they bought
establish
into
themselves.
all of the
Right.
infrastructure.
Right.
You know, they got control of all the infrastructure.
Right,
You have
right.
some?
Well, this to go with what y'all saying.
And the number one seller of that technology for surveillance is called Babel Street.
Look at
Babel
that.
Street.
Look at that.
Babylon,
Yeah.
which is Babylon. the Great.
Babylon is Babylon the
Here
Great.
we go.
Yeah.
This is Micah chapter 2 in the NLT. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "What sorrow awaits you who lie awake at night, thinking up evil plans?
There you go.
You
And
ride."
these people have the time. You know, they put the earth in a position. Pretty much, they've hijacked the earth, and this all fulfills
Yep.
Esau's blessing. When you read Genesis, the 27th chapter, remember Esau was blessed with the fatness of the earth, and he would do it by the sword. What we're witnessing and living in is a fulfillment of that.
Yeah.
This is Esau's blessing. He's living in his blessing.
Yeah.
This is it.
And how did he get the blessing?
Right, by the sword.
By the sword.
Right, and at the very end of his blessing, John the Revelator saw him issue forth that chip.
Yeah.
That's the end of that beast system
Yeah.
that will ultimately dominate the earth, Rome and the revival of Rome.
Yeah.
We're here.
Yep.
It's here, baby.
It's here.
Revelation 13:11.
And
is
they
here.
got all day to think about their
Right.
plans for you.
Right.
You don't even have time in your day to do your monthly budget.
Right.
You gotta clean and cook for the kids and get ready to go to work the next day.
Yeah.
You barely have time to take a shower and the shit.
Right.
Oh yeah.
But they got all day to think about how they gonna control you, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
need to do it. We need to re-engineer the cow. You gotta have time on your hands to think about some shit like that.
They been dropping like flies too.
Yeah.
It's just like earlier y'all asked. It was like if something was happened to the apostles, will we keep it going? Right? It's the same thing going on with these. What? Half of these dudes right here
Right.
recently passed.
Right. Why do you
But
think?
they speeding everything up?
Why do you think Klaus Schwab is so adamant? Because he comes from a family that's what they were talking about. We're going to ultimately evolve as gods on the earth. That's ultimately the true form of evolution. They put showcase evolution in front of you with the monkey. What Esau's really talking about, he's going to evolve into a god,
Right.
but through left-hand means, you know?
Because that's why Micah, the second chapter,
Yep.
when you read it in the KJV,
Right.
it says because it is in the power of their hand.
Their hand.
If you look up that word power, it goes back to the word Allah, which means God.
God.
Because they have the God-like power because
Right.
the earth is given into the hand of the
Right.
wicked.
Right.
So they have that God-like power to either do good or do evil,
Right.
but they do evil.
They do evil.
They do evil.
They can even use this AI to really help people, but they're going to use it to make your life miserable.
Yeah, Khan, Elder Wamba, Khan.
That's
These
wicked.
devils, all the power they got,
Yeah.
if they were righteous, but they're not, of course, like, shit, this would be a paradise.
Yeah, he could have really won with America.
Yeah.
It was just unfair.
Yeah, hey,
He's a horrible ruler, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it's by the same oppression that he gives out every day is going to destroy him, because by keeping people back and keeping people down, especially our people, hey, his society is falling to a dunghill. You know, nobody's excelling. There's no growth. There's no technological advances. They still got the same shit in these other countries. They were building with all of their people, and their technology advanced. Their society's
It
advanced.
advanced the people, right?
Yeah. Hey,
It destroys you.
Yeah, hey, you see all these videos on YouTube about people living in China for 80 Africa. I pay $80 a month, you know, to live in a big home, 3-4 bedroom home.
Hey, D-Mash, remember
Yes,
the
sir.
man from the restaurant, Tanzania?
Oh yeah,
He's ready to go back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Work. Yeah. It was
Yeah, man.
It was a Benjamin. I was like, you like it here? Work.
No, he's
Work.
actually
You
from
do work.
Tanzania. I thought he was Levi.
Yeah.
No, well, he might be Levi or
Yeah.
Benjamin.
That's the American life,
because
man.
you're subject to having that job.
Subject to
Yeah.
payments.
Because of the system they set up, you're in an economic enslavement now.
Yeah.
You're in bondage to ultimately giving your soul, the best years of your life, to a corporation that you don't give a damn about. You don't enjoy the fruits of the labor of that corporation.
You don't know they
you're at the
exist.
very,
Yeah.
you're the grunt.
Just
You're doing
a
the
number.
grunt work for this corporation. You're undermined.
Underpaid.
Underpaid. Then in the morning, you go in the
Underappreciated.
office in the morning. There's some kolaches in the back with donuts in the back. The fuck?
Some coffee.
Yeah. And then you get, they take all of your money out of your check.
And then they take your kids,
Yeah.
Oh man.
they take your children, and they put your children in the system.
Yeah.
And then your children are learned the same way as you.
Yeah.
You drop dead.
Yeah.
And see, and this devil, man, pull it, man, get that.
Yeah.
These devils got a lot to pay for.
They got a lot. They've done a lot.
Now, hold on. Elder Ariella, what was that scripture you read? But we got to read that. Psalms 2.
Well, Micah 2.
Yeah, I'm reading Micah 2 right now.
Can you read it again?
Right. I'm gonna
But then somebody got that Psalms.
Somebody got that, right? Still?
Right. This is Micah 2:1. What sorrow awaits you who lie awake at night, thinking up evil plans? You rise at dawn and hurry to carry them out.
That's the precept of Psalms.
Simply because you have the power to do so.
Boom. That
When-
word power there goes back to the word Allah, which is God. Okay?
Describe.
When you want a piece of land, you find a way to seize it.
Bam.
Have they not done that?
Oh yeah.
They took this land from us, the so-called American Indian people.
Yes, sir.
But they took Africa from the Hamites. They took the Middle East. They took these devils. Because
That's Habakkuk.
you, you just said it like about a couple of minutes ago. The Lord, that Esau got the blessing from Isaac.
Right. Yep.
See, people don't know about that,
Yep.
man.
Yep.
Y'all do.
Yep.
Which that goes into deeper stuff, but I don't want to get deep into that. We're just gonna stay
Right.
surface level, right?
We'll get to it.
Isaac blessed. Is there any blessing for me, my father?
Oh yeah.
Hey, and behind Esau's colonization, when he brutalized went to Australia,
Aborigines.
the Aborigines, what he did to us, when he went to Africa and India and did,
Hawaii.
it was all backed by his science.
Yeah.
The pseudoscience that he created justified all of that shit. These are three. I roll up on the island and I see you people. Well, y'all not human.
Right.
Pursuant to my science, you 3/5 of a human being. So all I did was just kill the cattle that were there
Yeah.
and justify seizing these lands and territories from people.
Yeah.
All right,
They're
the doctrine of
barbarians.
discovery.
They're barbarian.
Right, barbarian. These were Christian Edomites.
No, but they called us savages and barbarians.
Savages, because that was by their science.
That was their
See,
justification.
it's not racism, it's science. You're just inherently stupid. And that's why the whole Planned Parenthood, eugenics,
Yep.
thing came about. It came about, it was based in science that basically low-hanging fruit, ultimately we should sterilize them. They shouldn't be able to forward their seed.
Eugenics.
Eugenics, the word Eugene means royal. They're saying basically we're the royal people and we need to get out of the weeds out of the garden, all right, that are draining the garden. Let's get the weeds out, the bad weeds, all right, were the tribes, of course, but all of the nations. Esau went around the earth dominating, slaying, slaughtering, and then he can back it by his science.
Yeah. Because remember in 2020,
Yeah.
right? Esau just stepped back. Oh, we're gonna just, sacrifice our, jabs, to give it to you,
Right.
the Latinos, the Negroes, and the Native
Yeah, we're gonna
American
get it to y'all
Indians.
first.
Yeah,
Right now, the whole situation with the immigration,
Yeah.
Gad somehow find their way in there.
yeah.
Well, there's a law that dates way back
Yeah,
that
the
says
Native
that they
Americans
don't
now
have
are
the
illegal.
birthright, American birthright. So, we may have to ship them out too.
Yeah, they want to. The word see, yeah,
Jacob's trouble.
Gad and Judah, Benjamin too.
Yeah, all of the tribes.
No, Judah too.
Yep.
So-called straight up black African American Negroes.
Yep.
Big Shirley, Keisha, Pookie, Ray Ray. He said it.
Yeah,
Trump said it. He said, "Look,
yep,
if you're a convicted felon,
Yeah.
we're gonna get you out of here too."
right.
So all these dread niggas with dreadlocks,
Right.
but these niggas, you know what? I'm with it.
Yeah.
If you want to keep it real, I'm with it. All these little niggas out here, they're terrorists. I watch videos every day on my phone. These niggas, the Big Shirley,
They're terrorizing the elderly.
they're terrorizing people, man.
Yeah.
These black motherfuckers
Yeah.
are terrorizing their own people.
Yep.
They're terrorizing
Them
the
type of people
community.
should be. They need to really put them on the front lines of World War III with a helmet.
Absolutely.
Just give them a helmet.
Especially, I'm gonna go there. Especially the fucking black woman.
Yeah. Put
The
her up on
black
the front
woman,
line.
she needs to be fucking. The black woman should be deemed as a goddamn terrorist
Yep.
because she's the one giving birth to these little dreadlock monsters, going around shooting up, killing everybody.
Right.
Their own people.
Because they have the men that they're raising without the father in the house. They're raising them. Now the dude got all this testosterone, but he reacts as a woman, so he becomes dangerous.
Yep.
He's a grown ass man with the emotion of a woman. So what do a woman do when she feel betrayed?
You go crazy.
She's gonna destroy your shit. That's what they're known to do. But now that you got a man with that mentality, that's a dangerous situation.
That's
A
very
woman doesn't
dangerous.
Feel like she can be punished.
Yeah,
A woman doesn't feel like there's gonna be judgment.
yeah.
I can slap the shit out of you right now.
Yeah,
You know,
nothing's gonna
a
happen
woman
to
in her mind, if she get mad,
Yeah.
a black woman,
Yeah.
she'll haul off on you.
Yeah. A
But
Western
then,
woman.
see, but she'll hold off on you. But then you, whop, whop, and you hold back.
It's really
Then you're a villain,
it's the
right?
Western
Yeah,
woman.
yeah. That's
Now the
that's
black
what it
woman
is.
is at the
Yep.
forefront of it.
She's at the
But the mentality
Bitch
of the
hit me,
Western
I'm
woman,
whop.
period,
Yeah.
is to
Girl, I'm a
locate. You know what
female.
I'm saying?
I'm a female. Fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. I'm gonna lay you the fuck out.
Don't hit me.
Don't hit me.
Then I'm gonna stomp your head into the ground with these cowboy
No,
boots.
no.
No, the bitch, let a bitch hit me, man. Even my own woman hit me. Whop, whop. That's what it's gonna be.
You just
Are
start
you
with a body
fucking
shot.
crazy?
Make a
I'm
comment.
like, are you fucking out of your goddamn? Then I'm gonna grab you by the fucking throat. Then I'm gonna grab a bitch by, are you fucking crazy? Are you fucking crazy? That's how I deal with women.
Yeah, because hey, these movies and this society has taught women, like women see the woman king and think they can just whoop any nigga's ass. You know, like bro, like this society has pumped women up to believe that they're self-sufficient. And they're not. They're unstable creatures.
They need men.
Men bring order in the household. It's proven. Society fucked that up for us.
Right.
Thank you, but it's already proven.
Right. And a woman has a very beautiful role within the grand scheme of the
Absolutely.
But she got
Yeah.
to order.
She
But
in
it
the right
has
order.
to be
Yeah.
rooted in her being in order.
What I was doing.
And this system doesn't push order. Go ahead.
See ya, and I wouldn't want to be ya. Like Khalid Muhammad said.
Oh man.
I know what I'm doing, brother. I know what I'm doing. I've been around too long.
Like a two and two. When you want a piece of land, you find a way to seize it.
Right.
When you want someone's house,
And that's what's
I
going
know
on
what I'm
over
doing,
there
Elder.
with those small hacks and those Palestinians.
Yeah.
they find a way.
They broke a covenant, a treaty of the two solution state, the two state solution where this belongs to you and this belongs to me. Amalek said, "Fuck that! No, we want everything."
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're basically pushing, ethnically cleansing the Palestinians out of that land. It's all rooted in that same science.
Right, and that was through the sword. But now in America and other places, the way they do it is through legislation. The legislation of these big corporations. That's why Maya Angelou Bauer said, "Give me control of the nation's money, and I care not who makes the laws."
Right.
Because if you control the money, you're going to control the law. Because
Absolutely.
you're going to control the people that write the law.
Right.
Because you're going to be able to write them a check, and they're going to judge in your favor.
Right.
You see? And that's how they were able to get certain places and certain
Right.
areas and certain lands
Right.
and resources by that act, because
Right.
they control the money system.
Right.
You know? Okay.
It says when you want someone's house, you take it by fraud and violence.
Boom. Fraud and violence. Why? Because the US dollar puts you into what? Debt.
Yeah.
And then when you try to pay the motherfucking debt, they want you to pay with another credit.
Interest.
Yeah. Well, you're paying on the interest,
Yeah.
and not the principal. You know, for that's why they call it a mortgage.
Yep.
You're gonna be paying it for the rest of your life, man.
That's it.
You're cooked.
Yeah.
So you're getting out of school. You're getting out. You're 22. You You got a bachelor's degree. That ain't shit. You know. You stay in an extra year and a half, 2 years, get your little master's degree. Go ahead and add on an extra 8K on
More
that.
debt.
All right. So you get out, then that'll increase your income by 20K when you get out. So you still gotta work your way up, right? So then, by the time you kind of get more family oriented, you ready to have kids by the time you're 25, 26.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bust a couple nuts, have a baby.
Hey, why not?
Okay, let's get a house, baby. Look, get that mortgage along with that student debt.
Oh my goodness,
Oh,
bro! It's a struggle for the rest of your life.
Oh, you want to start your own business?
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Well, we got a deal for you.
Oh yeah.
You 27, you got a mortgage, you got student loans. Now you want to get a business loan? Ooh. I'm saying,
Thick clay like a
Thick
motherfucker.
clay. Done, son. So you the borrower, not the lender.
Right. The
You're
borrower
cooked.
is servant to the lender. That's
You know?
in the scriptures.
And that's what happens. You become a slave to your own circumstance.
Slave to the rhythm.
And you just basically living for the city.
Right, and now they want to enhance that slavery. They want to enhance what they have possession of. They want possession of you. That's you the land they want.
Yeah.
They want to put their idol inside of the temple of the Lord, man.
Right. Right. Okay? We finished it.
If I can say, they started doing that in, I think it's Thailand or Vietnam. They started a whole digital currency system over there where they're giving people $1,200 US. They're giving people $1,200 US in Vietnam or Thailand. I forget which one it is. But you're getting that type of money, but then they have it set up to where you can only spend it a certain distance from your house.
Wow.
15 minute city.
They're literally already pushing forth that system.
See that?
That's
And
it.
the people that get into that, they're like, oh, I'm about to get $1,200 US over there. It's a shit ton of money. But you go 4 minutes away from your house too
I'm
far.
going to my
you can't
favorite
do shit.
grocery store. Shit don't work.
And then they tell them you can't use it on liquor. You can't use it on other shit like that. So
That's
it's
it.
like they're telling you what you
Digital
spend the
leash.
money
These
on.
are the type of systems that are getting ready to
That's
set
it.
up.
I'll
Total
spend that for
control.
a plane
And they
ticket out of
use
there.
quantum computing. What they've been talking about, so like instead of you turning on the faucet and you getting, oh, you spent this many gallons, well, you got gallons and ounces now. You got gallons and grams, nigga. You went a gram over your limit.
Damn.
Yeah.
You gotta swipe your cards.
Right.
You know, and you only get so many credits.
Yeah, well, my brothers, they come up. We in that C-man
We're in that
brothers.
system right now.
What's that scripture say? The time to come is prepared.
It's here.
Plenteousness is made ready.
Right.
We in the time that we here. We right here, bro. See, like everything that through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, that the spirit have been on the prophets to feed out to the congregation is here. All these other guys, all these other Israelite camps that are these what's the word, man, that I always use? These bootleg dudes, man.
Yeah.
They're playing games. All these dudes that's, I just gotta put this out there. All these dudes, these bootleg Israelites, you up there having debates with Cooley,
Yeah.
Nofel Gazy,
Bullshit.
and Anton Daniels, and all these dudes. Oh yeah,
Is God racist?
But you brothers, yeah, like would y'all agree with me,
Way
man?
more to worry about.
We like us. I'm talking about us. And I'm gonna say, fuck that. GMS, Great Millstone Brothers, or brothers that follow us. We past that point,
Past
bro.
that. The truth is speaking for itself.
And I know, because I watch you brothers' videos, and I'm around you GMS brothers, whether it's dollars, whether we on some other shit now. Man.
Prophecy.
We on because the Lord is dealing with us.
God.
Yahweh about Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Dude, are we out here? Let me ask y'all, you elders here, you great elders of Dallas here. You got the elder Demasha Pod here. You got brothers from Arizona. This brother's one of the top. Dude, are we out here trying to convince Jake that they're Israelites? We got the 12 tribe sign because that's the standard we're gonna always have there. That's because we gotta have that.
Oh yeah.
But are we out here?
Hey, brother, sister.
Come on, Ariella, say what you gonna say.
You know, we out there pandering. No, we at the end, man.
The word is speaking for
If you ain't down, you cook. Really, a lot. What we're doing right now is sealing people's judgment. Really.
Hey, think about it like this, right? Which one of the prophets, when you read the scriptures, they sat there and they were trying to convince him?
Begging.
The Lord said, tell them whether they want to hear or whether they want to forbear. He didn't say sit and find out what their rebuttal is, and then come back to me and I'm gonna give you the answers. I'm gonna send you back over to no.
Yeah.
You either accept it or you get fucked up.
Now, Ariella, I want you to say, man, look, why do we got the sign out here still? At this point in the game, why do we still have the sign out here?
Because the scriptures say that we will have the sign out here. When you read there in the book of Ezekiel, it talks about putting those two sticks together. Man.
Right, that's what's happening.
And so this is prophecy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
And then you see all of the tribes, they're divided outside of this truth.
Yeah.
They're arguing over who made rap first. They're arguing about, well, you got Judah laughing at Issachar. You got Issachar and the other tribe, mocking Judah. It's nothing but divide.
Right.
The only place where the tribes will come together will be through Yahweh Shai.
Right,
And that's where the northern and the southern come together in unity.
Yeah.
It could only happen in Yahweh Shai. And that's
really
being
good.
fulfilled. This very sign was prophesied in the book of Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, where Judah and Ephraim will come back together. There's a reason because the Lord had the northern kingdom already over in the Americas. Then Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, although there were northern kingdom on those slave ships, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi were brought over here in what, around, what's that, 1619?
Yeah, right there.
They was being brought over here before that, but
Before
the
that.
boat
Right.
was like 16.
The bulk.
They were going into Spain as well, different places being scattered, but it fulfilled prophecy because Judah and Ephraim would link back up.
Yeah.
You got to understand the tribes have been separated from, primarily there were northern kingdom there. Even when we went into the Babylonian, the Medes and the Persian, there were certain of the northern kingdom there, but the
Not
bulk,
all of them.
not all of them. All right, but the bulk of them were already over here.
Arsares.
Right. So, yeah.
The Apocrypha.
So we've been separated. That's why it's kind of foreign to look at them as your people. But you already knew,
Yeah.
but it had to be through this doctrine going out, man.
And it was beautiful the way the Lord did it because He
Yeah.
put Ephraim, Judah,
Yep.
Issachar,
All
all
of
in
them,
the barrios and the
Yep.
ghettos,
Yep.
living in the same areas,
Yep.
vibing with each other, beefing with each other, Hey,
Yep.
Judah shall not vex Ephraim,
Yep.
Ephraim shall not envy Judah.
That's right.
Yep.
Even though them niggas in the world, they're killing each other, they don't look at it. Morano, Mayate.
Right.
Even when you watch, man, every day I watch one of my favorite shows I grew up on, Sanford and Son.
Right.
Fred Sanford, right? He was an old nigga.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember Julio was cooler than them, and Lamont and Son,
over there.
Puerto Rican, Mexican. Like he was a racist old black nigga.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah, because Julio
Black
was
Archie
cool.
Bunker.
Listen, but no, he reached out, he tried to, but his son Lamont was on point. Look, man, you're a racist, pop. Basically, Lamont, his son, he knew that Julio, look, this is the Puerto Ricans are cold, it's our people. No, he's a Puerto Rican. So he was a simple-minded old nigga.
Jake.
But then that same nigga turn around and then complain about the white man being racist.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You dig?
Yeah, you tell him he chosen, that's hateful.
Right.
Yeah.
That's being discriminatory, man. The heathen got to be saved.
No, but he was cool with white people though.
Yeah.
He was cool with white people. But he had a problem with the Northern Kingdom.
Yeah.
I got
But
a precept.
vice versa, y'all know what I mean.
it.
Because Northern Kingdom, come on, y'all know, man.
Yeah.
These Northern,
They got it.
and I didn't believe it until I moved here.
Yeah, they ain't got it.
You brothers, look, I've been coming out here for almost since as long as I've known you brothers. And because the East Coast, the Issacharites, I knew was cool.
Yep, in California they were cool.
Yeah.
More
but
cool.
Y'all was like, Elder Yeshua, Ariella, even that dude, the artist formerly known as all you Texas brothers, before I moved to Texas, y'all, but me personally, even now, I don't have that problem. But I see it though. But y'all told me, but I see it. He said these Mexicans out here now, they on some other shit.
New Mexicans.
Y'all told me.
You'll go to a spot where it be, because I go to spot, all different spots. It be all another tribe. You be the only kind of so-called black guy there. You can feel the tension, man.
Yeah.
No, you brothers told me y'all told the truth. Since I've been living here, and I've been here, almost 3 years now, I see it though.
Right.
I see it. I was like, Khan, I see. That's why I'm talking to shit like
Because there's
that.
friction between the tribes. Because you got to understand, the southern kingdom pretty much considered the northern kingdom not even Israelites.
God.
They considered them, they quit on us. They left. They basically, they and the
Hey,
Jews.
hold on.
Yeah.
You gonna quit? You gonna leave? I'm sorry, but you said that. I ain't gonna go into that right now, but you know, personal things. Personal, we'll tell y'all later. That's happened to me the other year. When you said it, I just thought about it. But you're gonna quit?
Yeah, you gonna quit? You gonna leave? The fuck? So basically, the tribes have been at odds, man. You know, Judah looked at it as if look, we the one who continued the traditions, which is true. It was the Jews who were responsible for the traditions of Israel being continued in the earth.
Right.
Through after when the Greeks came into power, you had the Maccabean Empire. They stuck to the traditions. Those were, that's where the scribes, the Pharisees, the Essenes, the Sakari, the different sects of the Jews came from those families who had stuck to the traditions.
Right.
So it was the Jew. They still had the temple going. And then when the Roman Empire came, Yahushua came on the scene, that's where you had the Jews. So Judah felt like, nigga, we the ones who kept the traditions going. The northern kingdom, they left. So they looked at the northern kingdom. There was always friction. Even when certain kings were sitting on the throne of David, the northern kingdom was looked at as they went completely left, because which king did right in the northern kingdom?
None.
So Judah, it was always that friction. Judah was like, nigga, y'all through. And Ephraim was like kind of like jealous, like, nigga, fuck you. You feel what I mean?
Right.
There's always been friction. So we've met back up here in Babylon the Great in these latter days, and the Lord, through Yahushua, through the Holy Spirit, is gathering the elect of Judah and Ephraim, and they're back.
Right. Through faith.
Faith.
Through faith, because the difference between the faith that they didn't have is that they thought they had it all together.
Right.
With being so technical.
The Jews,
Right. With the law and everything else. That's the difference right there. So we coming back through the faith that they didn't have. That we read about.
Right.
I got a quick point. It's
ahead.
Genesis 49:10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come.
Until Shiloh come. That's letting you know that the high priest, the one who's going to bring the law, that's what that scripture is talking about. Read it again.
The scepter shall not, Genesis 49:10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come.
So you would have the scepter, and you would bring the law. You would issue forth the law. Okay, that was done under the first covenant through Levi, but this is letting you know that the true high priest is going to come from Judah.
Right.
The
Which is
lawgiver
who?
is going to come, which is Yahushua.
Who's Shiloh? Don't say that. Don't say that.
Yahushua.
I want to ask y'all.
It's Yahushua. Come on.
Who else was it?
Y'all on the money. Y'all on the money.
King Solomon?
Whoa, who was King Solomon?
Yahushua.
That's right.
On the money.
And he's always at the forefront of our kingdom. Adam, Solomon. That Solomon was the last time that all 12 tribes were together. King Solomon forwarded the throne of David. That was the last time we were all together. After King Solomon went off, eventually the kingdom rent. Ultimately the tribes were broken. So we've been broken since that point going forward, only to the northern and southern kingdom here in the valley of dry bones where they awaken. So the only way the tribes can come together and put aside their differences, what's that? Hosea or Amos 9? I will rebuild the tabernacles of David.
Ooh, yeah, Amos 9 and 10 on down.
Because that's what a lot of people, they try to separate the throne of David. That's a very important part of the scriptures. That's the very government that's going to rule in the earth.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's the whole purpose of the whole book is the reconciliation.
The reconciliation.
But then you got these niggas coming and trying to enter,
Right.
and we can do that too.
Right.
In the background.
Right.
Talk about
Far back. Way back there.
It's about the family of Israel coming together, man. The sons of Adam, going back to Adam through Seth, eventually Noah, Shem, Arphaxad, all the way Eber, all the way up to our father Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All of those spirits are restored through Yahushua. Back to be the inheritance.
If I may say, Elder Yashua, the only problem is the undesirables. I did a video on this earlier. The undesirables gotta be
They gotta go.
of this nation right here. The undesirables gotta go.
That's righteous eugenics.
Right.
Righteous
God.
eugenics.
God.
The Most High is a eugenics. The Most High always dealt with low-hanging fruit of our nation. He didn't want that standard to be forwarded.
Bottom
He wanted the
feeders.
elite. There's a
Big
standard.
Shirley gotta go.
All of that. Right.
I'm sorry, man. Look, I'm not going into my soapbox, but I'm just
Yeah.
speaking in the spirit.
Right.
Big Shirley gotta go.
Yeah, that whole image of black being black in America, black culture, the different, you know, all of
Pookie
that.
and Ray Ray
They
gotta
got to
go.
Right.
One, all them
Gang
tattoo
culture, tattoo
gang
culture.
culture, all them niggas gotta go.
Gotta
Okay, these like Apostle Gabar says, homosexuals
Yeah.
got to go.
Got to go.
Right. Gotta go.
Okay, like if you a dude thinking about popping another dude up his ass, you gotta go.
You gotta go.
P. Diddy gotta go.
Well, in the law, those type of people were made an example of.
Right.
That type of behavior was not forwarded by, when you get into, because the law basically gave Israel a look inside of the mind of the Most High on paper, on stone. What does he require you to do on earth? That's what the law represented. He gave us the law, and when you read it and you start to get to know the Most High, you're like, okay, damn. Because there's certain behavior patterns he want people to know that's wrong.
Right.
So there would be a heavy judgment tied to that behavior.
Shame.
There will be shame on particular behaviors because the
Yes.
Most High doesn't want a particular standard to be forwarded in the earth.
That's why it was public. For the whole town.
Public. The rebellious son, all right?
Deuteronomy 21.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, probably 15, 16, rebelling against his parents, won't you know, get into the family business.
Stone did that.
You basically, but first you would grab him up, okay? Because they would go to the elders and be like, enough is enough.
Right.
You know, come get him. Boom, the elders would come, he would come, and he would be brought before the elders right there in front of everybody, and everybody would be there. Just like Esau when he hung Jake, he had his little children pointing.
Right.
Well, imagine that in a stoning.
Yeah.
The Israelite children sitting there, and you're witnessing a stoning, and the little children they see that, and they say, okay, what happened? That happened. What did he do? This is what he did. I'm not doing that.
Right.
Children are quick to ask why. Why this? Why that? Why that? So that's what. When you read about those laws that people get put to death for, it says to remove all wickedness from Israel.
Right. From the people.
Yeah.
Hey, I was at a
So it's
I was at a public stoning in Iraq. The woman got caught committing adultery with the neighbor while the husband was at work. They shackled her feet. They shackled her chained up her hands to her feet, just enough so where she can stand up. And then they kicked her in the hole and buried her in the hole with dirt. And then so they did that so when they stoned her, she couldn't fall over.
Couldn't block. Yeah.
All she could do is just take them rocks.
Oh.
Right.
And when she died, only her neck went over.
Damn.
Was they cooking and shit? Like cooking food? Like
No,
celebrating?
they had kids out there watching. They had everybody out there watching, just like
Could
you. Just
imagine
like
you do that and then go eat.
it happened at the police station, bro. At the police station. Behind the police
Look
station.
at the Bluetooth speaker and shit.
All these wicked ass women out here. That's why, listen, remember that scripture in Ezekiel 9:4? That's a heavy scripture, bro. The Lord, however the Lord gonna do it, however he gonna have it play out, that's gonna happen in these times. And we at the crux of them times now.
Right.
All these, like, I know, but y'all, I don't know, man. I'm just, Big Shirley, that's just a wicked monster. Whoa, no, we got you one vibe. Me and you did the video. Remember, that's back when I first moved out here. Me and you did the video. I don't know if you remember. That video is somewhere way back on one of my page.
For the
Remember,
ladies.
you pulled up the information.
For the ladies.
Remember, you pulled it up. You pulled up. You did the research for me, and you said that's an actual demon. Remember, Elon.
It may have been in Atlanta, brother.
No, brother, that was me and you.
Okay.
Me and you and Bond Supply Crib. We did that video.
Okay.
You pulled it up, brother. Come on, I got a good memory, brother. That was me and you. You pulled it up. The information.
Well, you know that spirit actually is, you know, that whole Lilith shit.
Yeah, that bullshit.
Basically, she would rebel against her husband. That whole energy, that's the Queen of Heaven.
Yeah.
The way that the women are programmed to be is tied to an idol. All of the behavior patterns of the people are tied to idols, man.
Yeah, or liberty, libertas.
Yeah.
No, remember, I'm sorry, because the video we did, you pulled it up, the spirit was on you.
Yeah.
That's why maybe when you don't remember that the spirit was on you.
Yeah.
You pulled it up, you Google shit and with the remember these black fat bitches with the nails, with the come on brothers, that we went to that.
It was an actual demon.
It was an actual demon from Elam. I remember that much.
Yeah.
It was me and you. And they were fat demons.
Because that you have a spirit in a Elamite called a diva.
They had 16.
When you deal with it, it's a very rude, proud, hard to deal with woman.
Yeah.
That's a spirit that's on Western women primarily. It's a demon tied to that. And the idol plays out through the people. So what you see people mimicking is all tied to idol. Even with someone who has an orgy, that's tied to a god. All of the behavior patterns are tied to the different idols of the heathen. And we're in Babylon the Great, the mother of all harlots. So all of these different, it's a melting pot of wickedness.
That's the vibration they push out there.
Yeah.
Then they make a TV show called Bad Bitches.
Yeah.
And let everybody audition to
Wall
be the
Street,
next one.
Wall Street.
Yeah.
Until something happens, until some other well, them demons under there, other demons that's preying on them. Until some motherfucker roll up and beat the shit out of bitches and kill bitches.
Right.
Rape
Because
you.
that's the environment that's being set up with them allowing all of these particular people over here. There's an influx of crime. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of these women, the serpent is getting ready to basically snatch the rug from up under you. And a lot of women are going to be left to dry. The government, they're going to take away the goodies.
Right.
All right. And we're even going to suffer through a lot of the shit that this devil is about to do. But we got the faith.
That's right to deal with.
And we have a promise of
Protection.
protection, provision.
Yeah.
Meaning the Most High,
My servant shall eat.
right? Before it already came to him, he had a vision. There were particular points where men of the Lord were in situations where, like, and the Lord would allow him to see somebody. A river will pop up. He would always
Raven.
right. Raven will
That's
bring
why,
food.
hey, and that's why these things are written for our learning.
Yeah.
If you can't go back, like Judas Maccabees, if you can't go back and admit what the Lord has already did, then why should he protect you?
Right.
Moving forward.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He should protect your ass. If you can't look at what's written and trust what he already did,
Right.
it's written to look at it and say, oh, okay, we can trust him, even though it looked fucking impossible. You know what I mean?
We don't look at the scene. We look
That's
at
right.
the unseen.
That's right.
Because if you look at what's before you, it looks impossible.
Yeah.
With a digital AI system set up, that's going to be and it's going to be biased.
Yeah.
The science is going to be tied to now AI. Right. And AI is going to be, ultimately programmed to seek out and get rid of people who don't meet the qualification of IQ according to what they're getting ready to establish.
Right.
And that shows you too, like the scriptures say, they shall be as madmen, sparing none.
Right.
That's got to have something to do with that
That's
AI
it.
technology too.
That's it. They put it
Because
in the movies.
they don't have any feelings.
Right.
All they do is what they're programmed to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Hey, they can't take an AI robot dog to court if it shoot down and start gunning niggas down. Hey, what they're gonna do? It's gonna appear to court. Fucking Siri.
Right.
Class action.
And
Yes,
Donald,
Judge.
And Donald Trump is going to eventually mandate that you have a digital ID. Look for that because the environment is getting ready to get so crazy that they're going to say, you know what? In order for us to know who's documented, who's legal, it's going to go to digital. This way we can have a safer environment.
Yeah,
and
safe,
that's why
right.
they're setting up the talking points to even with the airplane thing. Now, all of a sudden, we got this AI system on how planes are going to be managed and things like this.
That cunning craftiness. That cunning
How
craftiness.
convenient.
People are too
How
incompetent.
fucking convenient.
People can change. People can get sick. People, they got defects. We need a better system.
Universal basic income.
Yeah, how
Say,
fucking
look,
convenient,
y'all
right?
just stay at the crib, take this $40.
Right.
We got it.
Right.
Get your ass in the house.
And this is ultimately the modern day Tower of Babel. Everybody is going to have to come up under this one banner, and you're going to have to be identified on this hub. and for people like us, they don't plan on us making it that far. The batch of people that are going to make it into the NWO, in their opinion, if they had their way,
They're gonna be zombies.
they will be complete zombies.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't have no.
From
They don't know. They never heard the names.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, pretty much, Elder, these people are almost dead now.
They're there now. Yeah.
With
Yeah.
2 chips in
But,
their
but
ear.
I'll say this: they're privy to too much through the information age.
Right.
So there's a lot of information that Esau doesn't want forward into the new world.
Right.
He wants the thought of reading in the world he wants to come. That will be an afterthought.
Hey, the movie Equilibrium.
Right.
Anything that had to do with art,
Right.
books, or anything like that.
Right.
Oh, back in the '60s, the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
You know, it was absolute considered
The obsolete man. Have y'all seen that?
Yeah.
Y'all
I
never
heard,
saw
I heard
that?
about it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I seen the Twilight Zone.
You are obsolete. See, this is the other woman. This is why I said I wanted to make you brothers privy to everything. Look, man, like Apostle Tahar told us a long time ago, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I want you brothers to know everything I know.
Yeah.
So we want you brothers to know everything we know. So we try to put y'all on to all the information that we got back in the days. Like you said, the obsolete man. That's why I said I want to say, remember movie days.
Right.
I want to put y'all on to shit, man.
Yeah.
You did remember the obsolete man?
Because that goes back to the '60s, and back then it was against the law to read in that particular episode,
Right.
Damn.
where the state was in charge.
Right.
They were the ones, you know, hammering out the legislation to where, okay, if you read, that's against the law. Movie Equilibrium, same shit.
Remember Dark City? Remember
Dark
that movie?
City.
That's another good one. Dark City.
Yeah. You know, matter of fact, I just finished watching Dark City with a few brothers in Indianapolis.
Wow, Dark City.
And they was all into it. They was like this, glued to the TV.
Well, we gotta put y'all on. And y'all saw Clone Tyrone's a newer version, but like some other movie, like the Twilight Zone documentary. Documentary.
You gotta say that.
But we're gonna put you on to the old school shit, man. Well, that's all we did back in. Remember back in the school in Connecticut, man.
I got a precept.
Come on.
This is the book of Revelation chapter 22. With all of this going on, bro, it says Revelation 22 and 10. And he said unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand.
Time is ahead.
Seal not. It's time to. The Lord, this is the information age for a
Back in
reason.
3 and 1 for Papa Shah.
Because with this great awakening,
Somebody
the
get the one
Heavenly
in
Father has
Psalms
allowed
that
us a
says
whole
that
bunch
time
of
to be
information to
Lord
come out that we can tie to what we've learned through the Holy Spirit to prove. Everything happening in the planet Earth speaks to what John the Revelator saw.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be linking what's happening now to that vision, man.
Sign. Those are the signs.
This gives credit to the Most High. See, none of us Israelites need to be forwarding ourselves. The credit goes to, that's who lacks respect in the earth. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai.
Facts, right.
It's them that gave us this. So
Okay, yeah,
when we
burn
go
some
into these
smudge
prophecies,
on
that's giving praise to the Lord. Like he said this and it's happening.
Right.
Hey, at the
Right.
end, he said, I this reason why I raised up Pharaoh so that my name can be known throughout the earth.
Right.
And that's the same thing that's happening right now.
Right.
Who got that precept? Beckett, Beckett, the first.
Who's
Give me a
that?
Beckett first.
Third chapter.
Third chapter, read the first and the second verse.
Habakkuk 3 and 1, it says a prayer of
I'm gonna go with the scripture you just brought out.
it says a prayer of Habakkuk the prophet upon Sigionoth. O Lord, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. O Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, revive thy work in the midst of the years.
Revive thy works in the midst of the years, because the Lord spoke something, right? What is that, Isaiah 42? Before it come to pass, I tell you of it. So it said, revive thy works, O Lord, in the midst of the years. So, what you said in the past, bring it to life.
Right.
And how is it going to come to life? The same way the Lord spoke about it in the prophecy. Because the prophets saw it, but they saw it in a different, like they were in a time capsule, so to speak, or they were in a almost like in a hallucinogenic type thing, but they actually were seeing, they were there in real time.
Yep.
And that's what they were able to write it so vividly.
Right.
So now the things that the prophets spoke about, Lord, revive thy works in the midst of the years.
I got one. Oh, okay.
It says, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make known. In wrath, remember mercy.
Right. So when you bring in that fire, when you bring in those prophecies, remember mercy upon us, your servants.
God.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
This is Jeremiah 23:20. The anger of the Lord shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days, ye shall consider it perfectly.
Right, because the latter days is going to bring what? That's what the Lord said. What? When he comes back, there's going to be signs and seasons. There's going to be wars, rumors of wars, pestilence. There's going to be all kind of shit going on. People saying that I'm the anointed, you know, and deceiving, if possible, the very elect. So these are all signs of things that we're supposed to be looking for. So how do you, measure the time. How do we know we're at the end? By seeing the things that the Lord spoke about in the scriptures playing out on the scene, identifying them and warning Jake, this is what's coming.
Right.
And if you don't get yourself together, you're going to get caught up in that shit.
Right.
So let me get the one in Psalms.
Psalms 119 and 126. All right, it reads, it is time for thee, Lord, to work, for they have made void thy law.
It is time for thee, O Lord, to work. So now is the time for the Lord to make his presence known.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, everybody that came up, all different false religions came up. Everything has already been taught and spoken throughout the four corners of the earth. The only thing that really didn't fully blow up is the truth. And it's happening right now.
Can I get one scripture? Somebody get the Apocrypha. 2nd Ezra 9:1.
Second Ezra chapter 9:1. And he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs mass, which I have told thee before.
Ariella, you break it down. Well, Elder, you want, Bob, if you want to break it down, you can break it down.
Right.
But I'm just trying to balance it out.
Right. So you're supposed to see, that's why you have to have a true watchman as your leader. See, in times of trouble, Israel didn't go to no goddamn athlete. Israel went to the priesthood or the prophets.
Right.
That's who they went to understand what to do, how to move, how to think, what should we do. They didn't go to no goddamn comedian.
What Dave Chappelle thinks.
Dave Chappelle.
Wow.
Cat Williams is the prophet of 2020.
Yeah.
He a real one.
Yeah.
Everybody a real one. Except the prophecy, Jake is in that free Barabbas spirit. They'll choose George Floyd over the prophets, man.
Yeah, Barabbas.
Barabbas. Jake is on some free Barabbas shit, man.
Yeah. Fuck them.
So how do you measure the time diligently in itself? Just through the prophecies.
Right.
That's how you measure the time, by what the oracles that the Heavenly Father gave to his men.
Right.
To understand where you are, what you're supposed to do, where,
Right.
to answer the question.
Yep. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest shall begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, so when you start to look at these tokens or these identifying markers of what the Heavenly Father wants, you know, okay, there's a change coming, because he said when you see these things, a change is coming.
That's it.
Now we have to understand time in the mind of an immortal. Time in the mind of an immortal ain't no just a blink of an eye. All right, now because of social media, the microwave and everything like that, now people want to put the Most High into their own personal microwave. Well, no, you gonna die, but he ain't. So the process of how things are gonna be diligently searched out is gonna be heavenly, not carnal. Okay?
So we know what time we're living in.
That's right.
Comparing spiritual things with spiritual.
There you go.
There was a process for the ICBMs to be created.
Yep.
There was a process for us to even come over here on cargo slave ships.
Yeah.
And serve.
Yeah.
And be joined together with the other tribes.
Boom, there's a process for us to be awakened.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. There's a process for this whole MOTV system to be formulated, created, and implemented.
Yeah. And this infrastructure is already in place.
There you go.
Right.
So now we're starting to see these things that 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, is mentioning, and also you can read about it in, Luke 17, Matthew 24, different places.
Yep.
You got a chance.
And that brings fear to the Lord. All right. When the scriptures say the new song, when the new song is started by fear Yahweh Bashim Hashai, judgment is coming.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Babylon is gonna fall through that new song. So Your leaders should be warning you
About these things.
of these things that are happening
Should
and
be.
showing you, look, our Lord said this through this prophet.
Yeah.
We take the attention off of us. We don't need to be praised.
No.
Praise Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
God.
Because we don't deserve this.
Absolutely.
But to be able to, in these latter days, have a priesthood amongst you, because that's where Israel would have to go. When the scriptures say David sought the Lord on whether he should go to war, he was going to the priest
Right.
who had the Urim and the Thummim. That's where Israel will go to get guidance. Well, we're no longer under the priesthood of Aaron. So what does the scripture say in Peter? You are a peculiar people, a spiritual priesthood, offering up sacrifices that are acceptable to the Most High by Yahweh Shai. So now Israel has access to a priest, day in and day night, day out. The videos going up, they have access to the direction the Most High wants you to be led in.
And now the reason why there's no prophecies that are being spoken right now, which even though they are, is because the prophecies have already been spoken, already been written. Now we're at the point where they're playing out, and the Lord is using the prophets to identify what they are, and that's the difference.
Discerning.
What it say? It said all the prophets prophesied unto Yahweh Shai.
Until John.
Until John.
Right. But that was talking about of the coming of Yahweh Shai as a man.
And if you will receive it.
Right. Because when all of the prophets prophesied of Yahweh Shai's coming, you read Isaiah, you read Micah, it all talked about Yahweh Shai coming. John the Baptist was the last one to prophesy of him coming as a man.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? That's what that's talking about.
If you read Isaiah, man, Yahweh Shai's right there. Like if you can't tell, that's why Yahweh Shai cursed them Pharisees out on the earth.
But see, there's other prophecies of him coming as an angelic force that haven't been fulfilled.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
What the Apocrypha?
Right.
The second Ezra, I believe, 13th chapter, it talks about him talking about the angelic force. But then, when you go to Isaiah, it was prophesying this. You got to know the scriptures. You got to understand the scriptures, man. It talked about his birth, you know what I mean?
That was all prophesied. The law and the prophets spoke of him.
But them wicked Pharisees, but no, let me explain something to y'all. Them dudes knew Yahweh Shai was the dude. That's why he cursed them out. Because remember the scripture when Yahweh Shai came and he started his ministry, they said, well, if we believe on him, the Romans will come and take away all that we have.
Nicodemus believed it.
And then, you know what else proves that to Apostle? When Pontius Pilate was questioning the wicked Pharisees and he's going back and forth with Yahweh Shai and them, what did he say? He said, I don't find no fault with this man. He said, but he perceived that for envy they delivered him. They said, no, out of me talking to them and me talking to this man here, the wisdom that's coming from this man, it's like out of this world. So I see why they don't like him. I see why they're trying to get rid of him.
That's right.
You know? So they knew that was a Messiah. They wasn't stupid.
So those are the same guys back in the reincarnation, bro. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So everything I bring up, that's why sometimes I do my videos. It may seem repetitious, but I don't give a fuck.
That's all right.
I'm just gonna keep pushing the same thing, man.
How many times the Lord said he delivered us out of Egypt? And he kept repeating it over and over just in the first 5 books.
Yes, that's it. The scriptures are repetition.
That's it.
Every time you read the Bible, it say the same thing.
Yeah, right. Just different ways.
Ecclesiastes 1:9. The thing that has been is that which shall be.
Success is repetition.
Done is that which shall be done.
Yeah.
So there we go, man. So you know what? That's why Satan is fucking with us, man. And I know, man, I know something in the spirit, man. Satan is fucking with all of us in different ways. Or no, the same way. But he might come differently at me than he might come at you. But
Well, he coming.
that nigga coming. But he coming up here. And he coming physically too.
He'll try you.
It's definitely a hot.
But that's why, hey brother, like the Bible said, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might.
Well, it's just like these fighters when they get to a fight, they do the pre-fight interviews. And they say you never go into a fight 100%. You know, you gonna come into that fight with some niggles, as they say, from training,
Yeah.
from working,
Yeah.
from toiling,
Yeah.
from preparation, from getting yourself ready for the fight. You're not gonna come into the fight fresh, right? That's why you got to know how to play entry.
Right.
You got to know how to stay in the game with things that are happening to you, you know, mentally, spiritually, and physically.
You gotta have endurance.
You understand?
And the greatest example of that is Jacob when his thigh was out of joint. I was gonna say,
Kept fighting.
That's what the scripture
He went into warrior mode.
he went basically he fought injured. He fought for the blessing, and you can take that thigh to joint and apply it to something that's going on in your life, a thorn
Yep.
you got.
Right, don't give
Yeah.
up.
That,
Go in the
but
flesh.
because that puts you at a disadvantage to go forward.
Yeah.
To push, you need your thigh. You know, and he's wrestling, he's grappling.
That's right. That's where the champion come out. That's where the best fights you see. You know, like, you know, I'll use Floyd Mayweather. One of his best fights he had two fights that I remember that I really enjoyed. It was when he fought Cotto, and he was a little sick, and he got his nose busted early, and he was bleeding out, so he had to bite down. And then there was one where he fought Chop Chop Corley, and he had to figure out Chop Chop Corley. Because Chop Chop was busting this shit up early.
Hit swing, the nigga hit hard like a slave.
And then after that, he paid him to be a sparring partner for the rest of his life from that fight, man. But the point is, you got to know how to bite down in this truth too, right? You're gonna get hit in the mouth. You're gonna be bleeding sometimes.
Yeah.
You're gonna go through things.
You gotta have a chin.
And you think all them warriors that went to battle, they was always 100%?
Never.
No.
Hey, they say no, they say certain warriors they have battle scars, and they say what do they say? It adds character. You know, when you get those scars, it adds character to you when you take it, man. You know.
And also too, how much more dealing with your how about Shemel Shai? Because if he's for you, who can be against you? So you got to think about you dealing with a power that's outside of this world. So if he's walking with you, then there's no excuse but to push through, because you're not pushing through by yourself, within yourself. It's a spirit of the Lord in you that's pushing you through. You got to believe on Him.
That's it.
That's right.
And that's the inspiration. Because
Because
if it was up to us, we wouldn't make it.
no way.
Right.
So it's like what gives you the drive and the determination to keep going when you're in this fucked up situation? You know you got all this shit going through your head. You got these ailments going on. You know you're feeling depressed, tired. You're worn the fuck out. You know, broken down. What gives you that inspiration to keep fighting? It's the Lord.
You done
All
lost,
about Shemel Shai.
you done, look, man, you done lost comrades.
Oh yeah.
You done lost comrades,
Family
like
members,
family members,
jobs.
brothers. No, but I'm talking like family members, people you love.
That's right.
But like brothers in the truth.
Yep.
You done lost comrades. When I say comrades, I'm talking about brothers in the truth. Brothers in this truth that you were close with, that you loved.
Yep. It's true.
Some of them being your elders and men that you grew up with,
Yep.
men that raised you up, and those men pass on, and other brothers and shit like that. You dig what I'm saying?
True. True.
That shit, man, it's a hard thing to deal with, man. But you gotta, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in the position of damn.
Yeah.
Nah, I gotta fucking, I don't know what to do. Like,
Yeah. Never thought you would be in that position.
never thought you'd be in that position, man. That's why it was always like, okay, well, you know,
Always had the elders.
the elders was
Hold
there,
it down,
man.
yeah.
Like, no, you know what I mean? For us, like, kick my shot and the
Yep.
top 7, they did that, okay, we just following, they lead.
Yeah.
Man, never thought we'd be in no position where we gotta fucking lead, man.
Yep.
That's right. Somebody got right quick.
You dig? You got it.
Yeah, y'all dig?
Right. Jeremiah chapter 9, I'll read verse 23 and 24. Thus says the Lord Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might, let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord Yahweh, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, said Yahweh Bashim Abishai.
That's how we know we're not going to be saved by economic salvation.
Right.
We're not going to be saved by political salvation, wisdom. We're not going to be saved by gathering together the greatest mighty men of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American for a rebellion. Okay? It's going to be a spiritual revolution.
Oh, yeah.
A revolution of us repenting and turning back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and glorifying his name that's going to get us out of here, man.
Right, that's why it says, be not ignorant of what the will of the Lord is, or something like that.
Right.
What is it, 5th chapter? Yeah. You know, if somebody could get that, but you were gonna say something?
No, see, the main point of the Spirit is that day in and day out, we got to tap back into and make sure we're tapping into. Go ahead.
You got it, man.
No, I'm going to be part of what you're doing.
Okay, well, you can
All right,
listen. You can teach right now.
sit back and listen. So the main point is this: just to know Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is special.
There we go.
Right,
There
no
we
matter
go.
what's going on, just knowing Yahweh.
Yeah, man. Come on now, behave yourself, man.
Just say,
Behave
It's
yourself.
all right. Anyway,
I'm just curious.
Anyway, the point is this: knowing Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is special. So if you settle in that thought, that helps you really be close to the Lord, right there. No matter what's going on in your life, the fact that you know, it's a glory in that you know me. The fact that I'm even dealing with your ass in the first place. Do you know who I
Because
am?
if you know him, you believe in the resurrection.
Right.
That's tied to the faith of Abraham.
I'm
Right.
trying.
Don't even deal with this. Don't even engage
I'm
Satan.
asking you, are you the one that
Do not even engage Satan.
Right.
your false
Right.
power?
It
gives power.
It gives power.
I want to be part of this.
Go do it
You
in
can't
Dubai.
be.
Your husband
Go
didn't
do it
want
in
you.
Dubai.
Nobody wants you, baby.
Go to Dubai and do it.
Nobody wants me.
No, the
No.
Satan mans have ruined
The devil wants you.
Yeah.
Fucking out of here.
Okay, just be quiet. You're in the position you're in.
I
because-
want
Women
to
are
be
supposed-
because I
well-
can talk. I have the power to speak.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Hey, you-
I want to.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? Hey, you know back in
Unless you have no eyes. No,
You just
Hey,
want
back
to
in slavery days, white women like you,
Talking about that
white
right
women
now.
like you in slavery days used to say, "That guy whistled at me. This guy looked at me." And you know what? You know what white men used to do? They used to hang us off trees.
I understand that. I hate that. I would
No,
love
no,
to
you
hate
don't.
that.
No,
You don't respect that stuff. How do you hate it?
Don't
Respect
Black
us.
Lives Matter?
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Because I want you to live.
No, you don't. You're here. You are here to cause chaos.
You're just like those white
You're
women.
here to cause chaos.
Black men and cops come shoot.
Yeah,
Anyway,
'cause you want the cops to come fuck with us. That's why you're
I
here.
don't want any cops.
They
to
probably
come.
sent you
leave.
here.
Look, we're going to keep doing what we were doing, though.
Do the work.
It's not all about you. Go ahead.
Fuck you.
Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 24. But let him that glory in this, that he understand and know of me, that I am the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness
That
in the
means you
earth.
Burn
fear
some
the Lord.
sage. Burn some more sage.
Fear the Lord. See,
Burn it
when
heavy.
you know the Lord, you fear the Lord. And when you fear the Lord, the decision you make on earth lead to life.
That's right.
There we go.
There's a lot of people that are calling themselves Israelites.
I'll shake your
No,
hand.
no,
this
no,
thing
we don't want
comes
to shake
down,
your hand. Get
They're
the
not going to
fuck
have
on
the fear
out
of
of
the
here.
Lord. They're not going to have the spirit.
Watch her.
They're not going to be.
And we got you on camera.
The Lord ain't going to dwell over them.
We're teaching the class right
Jeremiah 4 and 7.
I have a class
James
too.
4 and 7.
Give me that.
Read.
I'm passing the
Yeah,
class.
let's go to James. Let's go to James.
Read. Just read. That's all. Just read.
Just go to James. Somebody get James.
We got you on camera. So whatever crazy shit you do,
Love the Lord with all your
Verse
heart.
7.
Go ahead.
Submit yourselves therefore
this is
to
the
the
devil,
Most High.
brothers. This is the devil.
Resist
This is
resist
Satan
the
right
devil,
here, see?
and he will flee from you.
We're going to fight the devil.
Right.
Submit yourselves therefore to the Most High. Resist
Oh,
the
Chucky
devil,
there, yo.
and he will flee from you.
Satan's not going to
Resist
win.
yourselves therefore to the Most High. Submit
We on
yourselves therefore
camera.
to the Most High.
So whatever crazy shit
Resist the
she
devil,
do, we're going to call the cops
he
and
will
press
flee
charges
from
on
you.
her.
Right, and you know these spirits know who we are. They knew who Yahweh Shai
That's
when
right.
he came with such amongst certain people with wicked spirit, the spirit in them
I want her to do
knew
something
that
stupid.
that was him.
Right.
And they would say, "Is your
That's
time?
all.
Are you
Fucking
coming to
with the
torment us
wrong
before our
dude.
time?"
We're
Because
men
they
up
know they're
here.
subject to him.
Fucking
But they're
faggots.
like, "Nigga, let us have our fun.
Right.
Let us do our thing. We know you go
All
rule
right.
Yahweh Shai, but let us do what
We're
we do."
rough ass
That's
men.
the spirit.
Hey, they asked Yahweh Shah
This
for
woke,
permission to go into the
liberal
pigs, and it was
Kamala
2,000 pigs.
Harris.
That's a lot of pigs. It was 2,000 pigs.
Kamala Harris
that went
gone.
over the
Trump is in office.
This is white supremacy. We're up here minding our business.
No,
You
no,
come
but
fuck
I'm
with
down
us.
with Trump. I'm down with Trump.
Yeah.
He get
Well, that's
Trump
what
is about
America did to the
manhood.
Native Americans. They did exactly what she's doing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what the white man did. He just came
This
and
one
stood
of
there.
them liberal
He
woke
came and occupied,
motherfuckers right here.
all in the video.
All up in the video. Hold
This
on.
nigga is
All up
video.
in the video.
This is the personification of all in the video, right? Right.
All up on
You're
the
disrupting a
TV.
religious act. If you don't leave, we'll call the police.
We gonna call the police.
Be vigilant.
That's right.
Because your adversary, the devil,
Hold up. Don't you know that there's a law that if you disturb a public preaching, so we can get somebody pull up that law and we might call the police on this nigga.
be sober. This is 1 Peter 5:8.
Yeah, man. come
Be
on. She got
sober.
brought up in the midst of
Be
a bunch of
vigilant.
men.
Because your
She
adversary,
was
the
sitting here,
devil,
man.
as a roaring lion walketh about,
we're recording
seeking
too.
whom he/she may devour.
Right. And Satan's mad. At the end of the day, this time up for wicked people.
I give a fuck
Degenerate,
at this
wicked,
point.
rude people.
This
This is pride. This
No,
is
a
pride.
woman's
I'm sorry.
being rude like
In
this.
the midst of you talking, you come up and just interrupt.
Yep.
They want to stand in between. It's a rude, demonic behavior. It's actually very childish.
Yeah, but then these are the people on the internet with Bible quotes.
Right.
Talking about what God thinks and
Yeah,
at the seat of morality.
Talking about I'm not
On the internet,
racist.
these are the top niggas. But they'll come and do this in their daily
Get the
life.
fuck out of here, man.
That's how you
Right.
get the spirit with
Welcome there.
1 Peter 5:9.
Spirit is cold.
Whom resist steadfast in the faith,
Right.
knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world.
Hey, mad because his word is coming out, man. Mad because his word coming out. That's all right.
Well, we're not here to placate these
Ain't
demons,
playing no game.
man.
The spirit gonna fly.
You know?
I got one to say,
Free speech, damn it.
Late.
yeah,
Free speech.
the freaks come out at night. You know what I
Free speech.
mean? Hey, y'all remember,
priest.
It's my First Amendment right to tell you get the fuck
because,
off.
you know, freaks come out at night.
Yeah, when it gets late, that's why I told you brothers. You brothers don't gotta be out here late at night no more with this shit. We did that already for y'all. We did that already. Like for real, man. We did that for y'all. Now we get out here, hit the word, and start rap. The Lord is drawing His spirit back.
Yep.
So that now we get to a point when we get out here. We've been out here for a couple of hours. Let's get out of here. And we got to deal with
Get
this.
out.
That's it.
Yep, the Lord is getting ready to take His prophets off the street. This word ain't gonna be out there.
Hold on, brothers. Shemai, brothers.
Pretty much the Spirit said what it needed to say.
That's it.
Y'all finish it off with that.
Job 2:1, it says, again, there was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. And that's the example that we see.
He's always
It happens
wiggling
every
around.
time.
Satan's job, the people that got the spirit of Satan on them, they're wigglers. There's always wiggling around, fucking in position to fuck with you and in position to make, Satan looks for nigga moments. Satan is looking for where people are right. He try to put demonic spirit. He's just always doing something, man. And that was a personification of Satan.
See, you hear that? Wow.
The hyenas.
You see that? The hyenas. I heard a few. See, that's why it's spiritual, man. We did the work. We getting out.
Yep, go ahead. Just finish it off.
Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time.
Because these are different times, brothers. This ain't the 80s. This ain't the 90s. Ain't the 70s. This is 2025. It's a spiritual war out here. These people got spirits on them, man.
Oh,
It's a different time. You got to be very wise in how you move in this world.
Yeah.
Be wise about who you allow in your life.
That's right.
What you say to people, how you conduct yourself in this world. Pretty much, you just get in and get out. All right. Handle your business. Do what you got to do. Get back home. All this extra talking, meeting new people. Look, hey man, look. Yeah. Fuck all that shit.
All up on the videos.
All in the video, like that.
All up on the TV.
Yeah, sometimes, man, somebody try to force their way in your life. I'm sorry, man. I'm not talking to people today. You have to actually do that.
Hey, for one, man, you said it right.
White people are persistent.
Yeah, man. She was hurt.
Yeah. Women giving me their number. I don't call. You never call. I'm not calling you. I'm not going to get into this daily routine of your ass every morning.
Now I'm your psychiatrist.
No, that was.
Good. Hello.
Yes, you was about. You know, that was,
Go crash out, nigga.
that was, Throw Mama from the Train.
Damn.
You ever saw that movie? And you told her when she was hurt, you said, look, when your husband didn't want you,
Nobody wanted
nobody wants you up there, right? But she was mad because that shit that
Nobody wants you back.
what you said, you touched the nerve.
The cigarette never went out.
That bitch wanted
The cigarette was long. Nobody was
Satan kept the cigarette.
A bottomless cigarette.
Let's finish that out.
Ephesians 5:16, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
That's right.
Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. Okay?
You never know.
Gotta stay in the spirit, man. We're in the time of discernment for the brothers and the time of destruction for our
I
enemies.
love it. Like a thing, how about you?
With that, we'll give all praises to the Heavenly Father.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, the elders that bring millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.
Hey, but now one Bible, you said that shit. No, you touched the nerve.
She looked at him.
No, she looked at when you said that. Hey, one Bible, when you said that, she looked at